community. Like it was fun to talk to people and stuff, but now it's like no one's around anymore. So
I know. Well, it's right now, as I know, well, we're live on my channel right now, so we can talk about this, and I kind of agree, like a lot of the spark, has faded out. It needs to be reignited, I guess what it is that too many people are taking this too far. Too many people going bonkers on this shit. There, names and addresses being doxxed, out of revenge. I think that kind of like killed it a little bit there. But it's okay to have drama, have arguments, people going at one another. Just don't dox anything, whether it's a workplace address, phone number, which and which there. You know, let's keep it simple. Plain simple. Just keep it on YouTube and YouTube only.
yeah.
And that's what we need to do. Start doing once again. Yeah. Now, okay, we're live on my channel, ladies and gentlemen. We're waiting for our YR to get in. He has suggested us doing a drama show before we do the music show, which will be about. Let's see here. Oh yeah, which will be about 69 minutes from now. We go live. We're going to be taking a look at the 1990s part 3 there, the music from that decade there. And I'm trying to get YR onto the call. I don't know if he's available or whatever it was. Let me try once again. Let's see here. I know Ark is live right now, I guess. We could possibly get Famov Ken to join in on the call. Let me see if I get
Yeah,
him in.
add
Oh,
Ken.
okay, definitely. It's always good having Ken on the show there. Okay. I'm going to call Ken to see he is available. Yeah, me and my sister just got back and it says Ken's unavailable. What the fuck? Usually I can be the first one to hop in.
No, Ken's around. He was just active on Skype like 2 seconds ago.
Oh, really there?
Yeah, I posted that picture of pro violence and he left the conversation.
Oh, wow. Probably wanted to make sure he doesn't barf after looking at that.
Yeah, that was kind of a rough picture.
Oh, my God.
Uno, dos, dublato.
There you are,
LeBron
dude.
James.
There you are,
LeBron
man.
James.
No, but Earl is right. Um, but I think the damage has already been done. Like RP, don't you think? Like too
That's
many
what I was
people,
thinking. The damage is too much.
like people have already made up their mind. They're not coming back. All of that.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, that's what I was thinking, Dr. Earl. When you were talking, I was thinking, like, I think there is no going back from doxing, I think.
Yeah, because that's the cut. Because when you think about it, that is a very low thing to do when you put out somebody's address, name, number, zip code, everything, the location, what their house looks like, or their apartments. I think that's one of the main problems.
And
That
who do you
keeps.
think we can blame for that, Dr. Earl?
I don't know. I don't know. So many people have been blamed. Whether, like, but let me give you an
The
example.
people!
Let me give you an example. Like, I called out Minnesota Vikings fan for revealing
Yeah.
Pro V's name and number, Scott's phone number, YR's real name, Tony's real name. I mentioned that to the guy there, and of course, he delayed recently about a couple months back prior to the move to Florida. He did put up a YouTube short saying, it's time to end all the doxing. Which I kind of agree. Like keep the arguments online, but keep all that doxing bullshit aside. Keep it none of that crap there.
It's a lot easier said than done because I feel like this community is full of people who like being evil.
Yeah, it's true there. I mean, we got a lot. I mean, let's face it, we got trolls out there who just get on YouTube just to start shit with one another. Just for the fucking sake of it.
I'll be honest, yeah, a lot of people just like starting shit. A lot of people just like fucking with people.
I
And those
know.
people are very bad for our community.
I know. It's for any of the community there. I mean, like whether it's this our shows, the YR's old shows, Mars Mirror shows, or better yet, Sean's you. We had some jackass in his one of his chats, saying things like, Chris Benoit didn't do anything. He's innocent, and he got removed on the spot. He was trying to start some shit there.
I don't know how the crippler the crossface crippler fits into this conversation, but I mean, I did hear some rumblings about the Chris Benoit conspiracy. I think
Yeah.
Joe mentioned it earlier today,
Yeah.
talking about the conspiracy and stuff. That there's a lot of people out there who actually believe in the conspiracies that Chris Benoit could have been set up, he could have been killed, he could have been targeted or whatever. But
I mean,
Yeah.
look, even this this big mass shooting that happened 10 minutes down the road from me.
Yeah, we got to get into that. I heard about that. What
I
happened
mean, look,
there?
even that could be even like our people saying even that could be a conspiracy. How do we know? Obviously, people died. Obviously, it happened. How do we know the government didn't send someone to do that? To change these gun rules, change these gun laws. Like, how do we really obviously, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a Mexican dude with Nazi swastikas on him.
Oh
How are
my
Mexicans?
gosh.
How is the Mexican a Nazi, bro? Number
That's
one.
the thing. That's the thing that gets me with
Weird.
what you just said. I said, come on, anybody with an ethnic race in their background there would not even think of supporting anything racist or Nazism and that bullshit there. I mean, come on. When you think about it, it's bullshit. How
It's
could
like
it?
this community people don't realize how hateful they become and what hateful things they say over what? No one's dead in this community. No one's harmed anyone physically,
No.
but it is a mental warfare game. People do fuck with you, and I mean, look at Bullfrog. Look at a lot of people that left that aren't around anymore.
Yeah.
Um,
Bullfrog left. Well, Bullfrog left because too many trolls are bugging the shit out of him, which caused his family, to come down and say, hey, no more YouTube for you because you're causing too much problems. People are starting to hate on you because of the things you do and you say there. I guess, it goes back to your family. When it comes to your
nah,
family getting
bro, you know
involved.
what happened? You know what happened? I know exactly what happened. Bullfrog, first of all, he doxed himself by posting a video of him
Oh,
walking around his neighborhood, walking around his complex like it was nothing.
I
Also,
remember that, yes.
you can also thank what's that girl that lady's name from Joe's community?
Tiff,
Not Tiff, the other one with the foot problem. She had a foot problem.
Tiffany.
No, the other
no,
one.
he
Uh,
t- uh,
she had short hair with glasses. She had a foot
Oh,
problem.
that's.
Shell.
Oh, there's. Oh, yeah,
Shell.
and I remember her, yes.
Do you remember when Joe was doing the political debate around that time? She actually came out and exposed all of Jeremiah Goodson's information, his full
Wow.
name, what state he's from. Blame
Mm,
her. I
wow.
never hear anyone blame Shell for Bullfrog's bullshit, whatever.
Wow.
It's true.
Well, let's not forget other
You
things.
can actually, if you go back, Dr. Earl, you can actually go back and find that live stream of Shell exposing Bullfrog's life, his entire
Mm.
life.
Was this on the Monetize This, 255, I guess I remember?
Around that time, I think,
Yes,
if I'm not
yes.
mistaken.
Because I remember Shell did call in on that program and chewed Bullfrog out, and that's when Bullfrog said that bullshit about go get a green card or something like that. Gosh. But knowing Bullfrog, how mentally incapable he is, he's gonna just do and say stupid shit without thinking. Just like he said when he called Owandi that sand N-word bitch, like he did a couple times.
Yeah, but I miss Bullfrog. Bullfrog was
Yeah,
funny.
yeah, he was a lot of times. Yeah, he was. We miss him. Yeah, we kind of miss that chaos in this community, and that's what saddens you, me, YR, and everybody else. Even Minnesota Vikings fan, he's been calling this one dead ass community for a long while now.
I mean, even real quick, RP, what's your opinion about Billy Ricky? Quick.
To be honest, I never understood the character Billy Ricky. I never knew if it was a fake accent or a fake guy pretending to be a hillbilly. I don't know, but I saw a post recently of people wanting him back. I can care less, to be honest. He didn't really do much when he was here. I think there was some a fallout between him and Ken, if I'm not mistaken.
Well,
Yes.
what it was is that he would a lot of times on Saturday evenings he would do a pre-Somniac show on his channel, get the people warmed up for Ken's program later on.
Oh, I remember that. It was
Yeah.
the pre-show. Yeah.
Yes.
I
Yes.
do
This
remember
has
that.
been a Ricky Super Freaking Hype Show. We got Found Mouth Ken coming up later. I'll be joining that program.
Yep.
And you're super freaking legend. Shit.
Come to think about it, that shit was actually pretty funny the way he spoke.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's funny. I remember that Ken had his own pre-show.
Exactly.
crazy.
Exactly. Yeah. Billy Ricky was doing that, and all of a sudden,
That goes to show that Ken has so much support back then. Like
yeah.
now, I mean, I don't want to talk shit, but now it's like different. Like there's no support for
No,
anyone.
we're not talking shit, but everyone, including Joe, Dave, Ken,
Mhm.
everyone's numbers aren't as big as they've been, and that's because a lot of people have left for real.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
JB,
Like,
he
people
left a
left.
long time ago.
Yeah, JB. I mean,
Yeah,
bro,
I miss listening to
Demon.
him for damn it. I mean, like him and talking about his issues with his co-host Dummy, and having Tommy on and fucking with him, me calling in, the debates I had with Bullfrog on his Patreon. I mean, I miss JB for shizzle.
Yeah.
I mean, like the only thing that's left are the complete Dummy saga and his Halloween to Christmas specials. There, that's about it, which features mostly highlights.
I don't think Hamza ever went on there, did he?
So I know he wanted to monetize this a few times in the past there. And I think, but going back to Billy Ricky, the thing was he was doing a pre-Farm Out show there, and then I don't know what happened. The stream just ended there, and then he came back later on explaining, he's getting tired of this with playing the character. He revealed his real name, his real voice, and then just explained a few things, and that was it. He just signed off. Ken was surprised. We were surprised. I mean, like. And some schmo is calling me right now on the phone. And no, I am not answering because it's a phone number I do not recognize. Fuck that shit, man. Oh, gosh. All right. But anyways, that was a long time since we heard of Billy Ricky. I think he did come back to Ken's program, I think, for a couple of months back, I remember. I think it was. But I think the last live show that Billy Ricky did was back, I think, 2019, 2018. If I'm not too sure, it's been such a long ass time. I remember calling in on his shows a few times whenever he went live.
What is y'all's opinion about? And the reason I bring up Billy Ricky, and I know RP doesn't care for Billy Ricky, but RP should agree that the co-host, like the co-host of 2 or 3 years ago, your Billy Ricky's, others, and this how even goes for Joe.
Mm-hmm.
His co-host of 2 or 3 years ago is more entertaining than what it is now. Would y'all agree?
Absolutely. I mean, like, monetize. One of the big reasons why I haven't watched or called in on Monetize this is because I don't really recognize any of the new guys that Joe has on, whether it's Garguts or Jesse J. I mean, like, the prime. I mean, me and Bozy had to talk about that and said the prime period for that show was when JB, Ken, Tommy, Dave Rose, Drew, and everyone else, Leah included, were on that show throughout the whole program. Himmelfarb popping in now and then, JP Baker popping in now and then, and what the heck's going on in the background there? RP, what the heck, dude?
I'm sorry, I'm texting a girl. My bad. Let me
Oh,
mute
okay,
myself.
there.
Sorry.
But the prime period was around 2017 to about 2019 or 2020.
I believe from 16 to 18, that was the golden years of the community.
I agree. Yes, absolutely. We had all
That's
sorts of
when
casts.
Joe had
Yes.
flow, Ken had flow, everybody had motion, everybody had a fan base, everybody had, shit going on. But now it's like, I don't know, like,
In fact,
I mean, Ken, if you're out there listening, bro, we're not talking shit, but like, for Ken to have 40 viewers, like, I feel like Ken should have 200 viewers. He's that great. He should have a whole bunch of viewers watching him. You know?
Yeah. And I think all of us need a lot more viewers. You,
Hell
me, when
yeah.
you go live, when I go live, when Vikings go live, when Cronin goes live, every one of us. I mean, like, in fact, let me go on to state this. You remember the two fights I had with Tommy on Monetize this a couple years back?
Oh
Wouldn't you?
yeah, that
Yeah,
was good stuff.
yeah,
That
that
was
was. I
good
mean,
stuff.
Ken even said to me that those fights were the funniest things that he have ever heard. That was the funniest shit he ever did. In fact, I think everyone would agree that those two fights were the last real true fights on Monetize This, because many other fights that came on that show really weren't really fights.
Yeah, you're right.
Exactly. You know, like, now me and Tommy don't even beef no more. But we since we made up, everything's going good between him and I.
He's fallen off though. Tommy, he didn't grasp that brass ring that Cronin gave him by
Mm,
giving him his thousands of subs that Cronin did give
that's
him.
true. There, I mean, if I were to get that 1,000 subs courtesy of Cronin, I would be grateful. But yet, however, I think deep down inside, Tommy kind of resents Joel because many times in the past, Tommy was put on the spot. Like, you remember that TikTok video Tommy did where he's doing that dance with those girls at the nearby shopping mall? Cronin was saying stuff like, "Oh, he sit up on the underage girls. Yeah, why is he talking to underage girls here and there? And that's gonna provide, that's gonna rile up the people watching the program, think the otherwise there. And I guess Tommy also got tired of being put on the spot.
Oh,
Yeah,
here, can you play clips so we can hear it or no?
which one? Monetize this? One of the ones I mentioned of. Actually, it's going to be hard to find because unfortunately, but I guess some people out there listening kind of have to want to see for themselves because, like I said, it's been so much. But it's been so long since I watched Joe Cronin's programs. There, I'm going to have to find which one's which. I don't even remember the episodes that me and Tommy fought. To be honest with you, I think SC may remember. It's been like that was back in about 2019, or if I remember there. Damn.
Um, Here I'm premiering a clip, but I'll send it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Cronin blamed Dave Rose today for his
What?
job hours.
What job apps?
Job
Yeah.
hours, like
Drum. No, you guys definitely gotta send this to me, and I'll tell you what. I'll play it for you guys. If it's on Skype, I'll definitely play it through the microphone here from my phone here, so everybody else, including you cats, can listen here. It's, you know, what do you, what do you think needs to be done to revise this community? Is it just have an all-out discussion, agreeing on a couple things like that's no more doxing, no more real-life threats behind the scenes? You think that needs to be done?
No, I think we just need more everything. We need more inclusion from all the big names.
Hmm.
We need more new people too. Would be nice. We need more can letting loose because I feel like, listen, no offense to anybody, no offense to whatever, but like I think has
Hmm.
set too many rules for his show, and
Hmm.
I feel like that pushes people away. And like
Yeah.
I get having mods and stuff and having rules and whatever, but Ken
Yeah.
definitely is more tight with his stuff, with his system, with his show. And listen, it's his show, whatever. But like, I feel like that's also what's causing people to stay away or not watch or whatever. But also, not to talk too much shit about whatever, but like, I think Ken needs new co-hosts.
Hmm.
Like, I feel like
if
Mello.
we could take the place and Ken will boost up in subs if we replace.
Exactly. Imagine if RP and YR and Ken had a live stream. It'd be numbers. It'd be people watching and stuff.
You know.
But with Mello, no offense to Mello, but like I did watch Ken's last stream, YR, and you were
Yeah.
right. Mello was kind of, I don't know, like blah, like boring. Like
I mean, you got to agree with
I
Dave
love
Rose
the
on that
guy,
one.
but
I know, yeah.
Mello
Rose has
and
had
what's his
issues with
face?
Mello for a
What's
while
the
there.
other guy's face? Sleppy.
Schleppy, yes.
Sleppy's listen. Both these guys are good dudes, very good
Yes.
dudes. Love them to death.
Yes.
But when it comes to entertainment and like keeping our attention on the show, eh, leaves much to be desired. And I feel like what makes people entertaining is co-hosts and personality and charisma, and I don't really get that from Mello and Schleppy. I feel like Ken, what really got my attention with Ken before was his co-hosts like Chris and Lucky and
Yeah.
Filthy and
You're having
Shannon.
Lucky Low. Like,
Yeah, whatever happened to the guy? He was a cool dude.
I feel like Lucky and Chris just outgrew the community. Like
Mm.
they're just
Producer
too cool
G.
for the. They're too cool for the comedy here. They're
I mean,
too.
look at Keith, bro. I haven't heard from him
I
in
know. I said we miss him.
like Christmas time or something. I mean, before that, really, but weird.
I know, yeah.
Weird.
Which is sad because he did when we did our music shows. He would read off the music news, and next thing he'd be saying he'd be reading it the way he does, like a robot. It'd be like oftentimes he'd be like, he did provide some interesting entertainment at times there. He'd say something crazy and be like, we'd be there to correct him. Go in the bathroom, trying to while he's unmuted and stuff like that. I'm gonna see if I can add Danny MT to the call. See if he's interested in joining there.
Nah, Danny's boring. Danny's fucking boring. That guy is fucking boring as fuck.
No.
I'm tired of Danny. Danny. Everywhere we go, Danny.
Yeah.
We need more fun people around too. Like,
Yeah.
I don't get what it is about Joe's system, but he seems to have a better system than the system here with this side of the community. Like, and they're actually growing with charisma. Not charisma, chemistry.
Rojas is great.
Luke Rojas.
Joe's show is growing more and more with chemistry every weekend. Like, it's nice. I like it. But it goes like, how come Ken's not doing that in his little system? Like, there's no chemistry on Ken's side. Like, there's no, Ken needs a Luke Rojas. That's what he needs. A funny, edgy sidekick. Like people that make you laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Not people that make you want to delete the fucking stream and off yourself, like Mello. Sorry, Mello, but that's like I get that feeling sometimes when I hear Mello talk. Like, also, like, I think Mello's too fucking nice sometimes. Like, he's always being too fucking nice. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but like being too nice.
And on top of all of that, and I agree with RP. On top of all that, he's a registered Democrat. He voted for Joe Biden.
Oh, jeez. Oh, damn.
YR. Fucking YR, bro.
Which in this community, there's not a lot of people that, some of the women sway that way, but mostly everyone, they're right leaning in this community.
Yeah, it's true there, yeah.
Free speech. Like, we're big on free speech. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You gotta love YR, bro. YR is hilarious.
Well, exception of Cora, I believe she may be a Democrat if I'm correct there, because you did say that she was one of them SJWs.
Yeah,
Yes.
but nobody cares about Cora. I mean, come on, let's be real.
Here's the clip that YR sent us.
I don't work on Wednesdays, Dave. I guess you don't pay attention, bro. For the you fucking loser faggot, like another fucking loser, bro. How do you not fucking know, bro? What is this? Every week I have to tell people my work schedule? Every week you need to know my work schedule, bro? Is that what you need? I don't work Wednesdays since like fucking the last 6 months, bro.
Neither do
I
I.
know it's hard for your retard brain to understand that. You know what I mean? Like that Wednesdays most of the time I'm not really working, and Sundays I don't really work. But like there you go for the millionth time, you retard infested fuckhead. Like, haha.
Ooh.
You know what? As much as I don't like Joe Biden, I bet you that guy is a Trump guy who said that. And so I almost hope he gets reelected.
That's what he said there. Shit, dude. Huh. Now, now, Joe, by the way, doesn't favor neither one of them. He has issues with both sides there, I should say there. But, what happened between Joe and Dave this time there? Because I heard that Dave was blocked by Joe once again. Even though they patched things up once again. I mean, Dave showed up on one of Joe's programs unexpectedly, surprising everybody.
Well, Joe's a horse's ass.
Well,
And he's a liberal. He's a super liberal.
Mm.
I mean, the things I've heard him say these past couple of shows is pretty
yeah.
insane, brothers. But to him to go at Dave like that, call him a jealous retard or whatever.
Yeah, I know. So no doubt Dave's going to do some drama emperor stuff on him. That's for sure in the near future. There, probably tomorrow.
Little drama emperor on that one.
Yeah, absolutely. There, or his drama diner.
Drama diner.
Damn.
I do want to give a shout out to Bodark out there. Danny MT, big shout out. He's been carrying this community.
Yeah, I tried to add him. Hope he's doing well there. I want to get Redneck on the call. We had a great time with him, that's for sure, man. Let's see if I can get him to the call.
Tony.
What?
Tony's in the chat, and he just shot a huge dig at RP. This just in breaking news, basically saying,
Tony, want to be added to the call? Let me know in the chat, dude. We'd love to have you on.
I just want to say, if Tony's hearing and listening, Tony, if I were in front of you, I'd definitely slap the dog shit out of you.
What? Why? I think you're praising
dude.
Tony last week. What happened
crap.
No, I haven't been in Tony's chat in actually a couple weeks. But no, I mean, I like fucking with Tony. But yeah, Tony talks a lot of shit, so
YR,
just
get
wanted
Tony
to
on the
know
call.
that. First of all, I'll slap the dog shit out of him. I'd take his wheelchair. I'd take his crutches and throw him off a bridge or whatever he uses because he's impaired, disabled, whatever. Blah blah blah.
Impaired.
What?
Yo.
Oh, dude.
Yo, Tony does have he has an electric wheelchair, 2023 model, and it's a Samsung, and
Oh, shit.
he has the glow in the dark. He has like the LED lights on the wheels. You know what I'm saying?
Tony has to be the corniest YouTuber of all time, bro. I mean, come on, man.
No, but I do got to say that's one guy in this community that totally went and created or formed.
Nah,
whatever
he didn't create shit. He didn't create shit. Tony goes to other communities and poaches off their fucking viewers and shit.
No,
Tony
but he's in a whole nother world when all of us throughout the years just stayed in this universe over here. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
Tony, I'll
he's
answer
rare.
the call, dude.
Dude, Tony goes to other communities and just inserts himself into their bullshit just to like be cool or something. Like, it's weird. And now he has more viewers from that community because of his tactics. Like, he likes to go to other communities and poach off others and steal off others, and yeah.
Well, Tony did say create the word bub first, so I respect that.
Okay.
I mean, for being such a young guy, Tony, I mean, you don't really have so much of a future. Like, for the past 2 weeks, I've gotten a new job. I'm working. I'm having a good old time. What's Tony doing? Home, playing trucks, smoking dabs, being a drug addict.
Well, keep in mind, Tony had this accident which caused him to be disabled there. So when you're disabled, it's kind of hard to actually work a job, let alone get off your feet. And I guess I'm not too sure what kind of accident he had that caused it to be disabled. If I understand,
He had a mental accident. He had a mental accident. That's what he had.
Tony, I'm calling you right now, bub. definitely get on the call so you can. So definitely you can.
We call him above.
Someone clip that. Dr.
Well, well, I guess that's a new thing now. There.
Hey, bub.
So,
Tony, Tony does make a good
YR,
point.
add Tony to the call. We need to get Tony on the call. That's for sure, man.
No, but no kicking people out though.
Now, I'm
Come
not
on.
kicking anybody out there. I'm inviting everybody on the call, whether it's Boldark, Tony, or even Vikings fan, or anybody. It's all out. Let's do
I
this.
feel like Tony is a sneaky, conniving, disabled little man. Calling you out, Toner.
Tony does say that pretty much you're jealous that you can't create anything yourself.
He didn't really create anything. I mean,
Professional you.
just because you go live on your own shit, that doesn't mean you created something. It just means you're able to go live on your own shit. I mean, but what has he really created? Like, he has no real fan base. All his fan base people is like fake accounts and troll accounts, or accounts from other communities, like the prison community. Tony is not from prison. Tony has not been to prison. So I don't know why he's.
Tony
even
don't
able
need to go to prison. Nobody needs to go to prison.
I
That's
mean,
one
you're not
place you
allowed
don't
to
wanna
have
go there.
wheelchairs in prison. You can't have wheelchairs in prison. So
What?
can you?
Hey,
I don't know.
I mean,
Well,
yeah.
it's the only way they can move around. That's for sure. There.
well, Tony's not going to end up in prison because he is a good person and he's a good man.
He just has
defends
issues.
himself. So you can't really beat up a person that's disabled.
Disabled,
It's
yeah.
against
I could never do that. That makes you lower the low, man.
the law. Would I like to see Tony be Ken's co-host? Would I like to see Tony be one of Joe Cronin's co-hosts? Absolutely. At this point, a lot of us have grown, matured, know how to podcast. Like Tony has that radio etiquette. Knows when to talk, knows what I'm saying, no talking over. Like he has that, which is a hard thing in this community because anyone can put anyone on a show, but they know how to act on a show.
Yeah, that's true there, yeah. And give me credit, it was my idea to do a drama show like we did for the past couple times here there, because we haven't really had any drama in such a long time there,
Yeah.
Got to start doing that once more. I mean, like the last real drama show I had was back in 2020 when I had Kevin Hamilton, Bobby McMillan, and Bullfrog on. We were going to repeat the same kind of discussions that we had the week before there, which was pretty good, including the Area 51. We were all talking about that. And then,
Well, I do appreciate Minnesota. I wasn't trying to offend him during the Minnesota Wild hockey series, playoff
Bro,
series.
Minnesota is a legend, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
In
Even
this
like
community, Minnesota's an OG, bro.
Yeah, it's true. There
yeah,
he
for
is.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now let me give a speech. For,
Yeah, we got to get to that about the band
the
Journey.
speech.
Yeah, go ahead, dude.
Well, no, we say that for the music show, but
Okay,
the speech about our journey, our music show journey. Because
Yeah.
think about this. Basically to put it in perspective, I did watch some of the Judas Priest concerts the other day, going back looking at
great.
it.
That was great, man.
Wish I would have recorded it in 4K, but it's okay. But looking back at that, knowing, it could have been me and Brown could have gone to, I don't know, like a bar and met up and just whatever, right?
Yeah.
Or some little karaoke or something. But for us to go to, and it's not the only band we talk about. We talk about a lot of bands.
Yeah, absolutely.
But one of the ones we focus on, know a lot about, to go to see them together from a show that we do about music.
Yes.
It should be a huge example in this community on how we should act with each other. I mean, some people, I understand some people like Joe have that weird in-person nervousness about him, like doesn't know how to interact with someone in person. I know a lot, and this isn't me making fun of the community, but there's people that probably have social anxiety issues. And let me tell you something. If you have fun, if people have fun listening to these shows, imagine how it is doing these shows. I mean, whether it's drama, whether it's music, like us streaming, we have fun. Tony's having fun doing what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Imagine that, and then just like in person doing that, what you're talking about in person. It'll change your life. It was very humbling.
Yeah.
Blew my mind. Blew our minds.
It was
Me and Dr. Brown-
classic.
Yes, me and Dr. Brown held each other's phones.
Yep.
Like, bro, RP, that'd be like if, like, I said, hey, RP, hold my phone for a second or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, just, like, secure it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? How crazy is that? I mean, it's not crazy, but it's like, bro, that was the biggest moment in this community.
Yep.
And I'm not bragging, but I'm saying, like, this community is bigger than what it is to us. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
it could be bigger. It could be, I mean, like the content and everything, like, but people, at the end of the day, and this is kind of how we started the show, people are on their high horse and have the ego issues and want to do their own thing and stay in my corner. And it's like, all right, well, you're going to be stuck in that corner and no one's going to fucking get 1 million subs overnight if that's what you're into. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people like Joe, others are comfortable with this neighborhood of this community because we know everyone is familiar with everyone gets like, because that prison community, all the names, like that's a whole nother universe, all the names of people, like, the names they go by on YouTube or whatever, like all that you got to learn, like it's like watching another wrestling promotion. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn all that stuff. So it's like, this community could be bigger than what it is. It could be like not just behind a microphone type content, but people choose to be hardheads, and this is how it is now. It's shit. So you know what I mean? Yeah. I could go live every day and get everyone on, 8, 9, 10 people on a week, but it's not worth it.
Let me also add to that. Me, YR, not only seeing Judas Priest and hanging out in Houston together, but also let's not forget Christmas Eve the year prior to that. Those two were the best moments in this community, without any doubt.
But you got to admit, like, that was the Judas Priest thing. No one would have ever guessed that. No one would have ever guessed that.
Exactly, Nobody. Exactly. Us getting together on Christmas Eve, that was a big deal. A lot of people were kind of shocked. Cronin, when you called in on Cronin's Discord, on one of his throwdown shows, everybody was surprised about that we were actually hanging out together. But you know what? Let me add to this. Whoever coined the phrase, music brings people together, was so on the spot.
I mean, bro, 5 years ago, Brown was threatening me with an AR-15.
I know. I look at that like, what was I thinking, man?
And I didn't even hate. Look, like me personally, when people go at me, then I'm gonna be a dickhead back or whatever. So I never hated Brown back then.
I
and
know.
All that.
Yeah.
We eventually came together. We came together to do the music show, talking about Judas Priest and all that for all these years. And then
Metalmaniacs. Which I still have all the episodes, by the way. I have them on the playlist.
And then, which to me, I was just in shock. I didn't know that we were supposed to be a little bit more abrasive. But at the end of the concert, Rob Halford comes out and meets and greets everyone. Now, we should have been a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, it's true there.
With sticking that record out or getting a selfie with them. But we did get video. And
lots of video. In fact, I know it was the greatest moment in our history of me and YR together. And sadly, I will, in fact, here's something else I want to say. We had a conversation with my sister prior to heading out there, because I was having trouble getting to get the actual ticket on my phone there. That's how they do it nowadays. And she even said in a text message she would like sometime to invite you down here in Florida.
Yes. We'll see,
And here's
like,
something else. I was, remember that there was that one Friday night when you guys called when I was heading out to Numbers nightclub, and you said you was going to meet me up there, and then I never saw you. But you know what? I was looking forward to meeting you.
that before the Christmas?
Yeah, before Christmas. That was, I think it may have been about 2018 or 2017. I think it been 28. I think it been 2019 if I remember. Yeah, Mars was live on his channel with you, a couple other people there. You called, but he couldn't answer because I was driving.
And I'm just saying, like, look, point is, yes, when me and Brown beefed, it was years ago.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. I mean, obviously there's beefs going on here and there in the community.
Yeah.
But take a guy like Danny and T and Tony from Revea.
Mm-hmm.
Say I'm in fucking New Jersey or something, or New York or something. I would, like, say we're in a place we're all together.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can, when you're in real life, is someone really going to come up to someone and punch them and hit them and fight them?
No.
Especially in the public. Like, everywhere is a public place when you go outside. Like, cameras everywhere unless you go meet at a desert or something. So realistically, that's probably not going to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I think it's time that we all start, working together once again, regardless of whatever issue we have with one another.
And if you have an issue with each other, talk about it on air. I mean,
Exactly.
You can talk about it privately, but
yeah.
At the end of the day,
Yeah, exactly. I'm still hoping to resolve my issues with Vikings fan there, And for the record, I remember a couple times he said, I sold my soul to YR, let YR influence me. No, not so. Not so. YR did not influence me to do those dark soundscape streams on my channel.
it is true.
Yeah.
We do have a lot of news for the music show coming up. Are you doing a separate stream, or are you going to stick it
No,
on?
I'm going to keep it one show there.
Get them extra numbers.
There you
No,
are,
huh?
Prince. I'm glad you're able to join.
Prince!
What's up, Princey?
What's going on?
We are doing well now. We're doing a little show before we go live with Ark there to do the music
What's
show
up,
there,
my
Music
nigga?
Maniacs. Oh my gosh, dude! Oh my gosh!
We all get the N-word pass. Prince gave us all an N-word pass, permanent.
Well,
I'm saying.
I did. So
okay.
it's
And by the way, the N word we're using is the one that ends with an A, which is a term
Yes.
for brother, homie, buddy there.
But-
Not the
brother.
one that ends with an ER,
Bub.
which is derogatory as shit.
Brown, would you compare the GA, the long A at the end of the N-word to the word bub? As a friend, hey bub, or like a brother.
Well, there's another word I often use at times. It's called dog, which is spelled DAWG. That was used a few times back in Detroit. That I often used here back in Houston. There, I was talking to someone saying, "What's up, dog?" It's like, "Huh? You calling me a dog? What? No? What? Who? What? Huh? Huh? What?" Yeah, you didn't understand. Well, gotta remember that. Back in the Michigan, we used to call soda pop. Let's do some pop there. I'm going to get me some pop for the grocery store. You want anything else? And to use that word in Houston, it's like, huh? Who? Huh? He? Huh? Huh? Pop? What do you mean pop? We call it soda pop here. I was like, where you from? Detroit. I see there. I had to reline my words because of that, because different phrases for different cities and states there. But back in Michigan, we used to call it pop a lot.
We do
You
have.
okay?
We do have Prince here, and
That's good, man.
He was around during the more entertaining times of the community 1, 2, 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's true there.
around.
And
Dude, it wasn't for me. It wouldn't even be entertaining.
that's what I'm saying. Go with all the Prince, brother.
Yeah, but the kind of thing of it, we gave Prince a new place after he was let go from Sean's View.
And I turned it up in the drama community and made it the best thing ever. dancing, singing. I was a team motherfucking player, man.
Yep,
Am I right, my nigga?
that's true. Hmm.
He was literally, I mean, he was the first. Which there's a few black people in Joe Cronin's community, but Prince was the first black man
Why are
to
you trying to say
to
what my
dance
brother
and entertain.
said is I was the first nigga to shake his hips
Oh shit.
live on the YR program.
Yeah.
And I can't take that from me. No matter
Yeah.
what you said, you can't take that from me.
Yeah.
I was the first nigga to get up there and shake his hips. I did a good job, though. Did a real good job. Did better than Elvis.
Black hips don't lie, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Elvis wanted to be
Well-
me, Earl. Elvis wanted to be me.
Yeah. Now,
It's true. The dance he was doing,
True,
niggas
true.
started that dance. Am I lying, Mr.
Brent-
YR?
But Prince, no, you're right. Prince, what is your opinion on Tony at this current point? Any beefs with him? Do you like him? Do you watch him? What do you think?
Here we go again with
Yeah.
him. What did he do with Vikings again? What did he do?
I don't know. I know of is, but if he does have something with the Vikings, so be it.
I feel like Prince has mental issues.
What?
He's on the call right. He's on the
He's
call
right
right
here,
now.
dude.
The hell?
Oh my God.
Listen up,
He
Listen
probably
up,
had-
America and Canada. Hockey's going strong. We got NBA Lakers tonight, going to sweep Golden State tonight in RP. What do you
Stop,
think about that?
YR. Stop. We have a chance. We still have a
Give me a-
chance.
Oh,
Do me
by
a
the
little
way,
$20
YR.
Do me a little. Hold on. Do me a little $20 wager on that game, RP. If I lose, I got to give PayPal you 20. If I win, I mean, I'll go for the Lakers. You got to PayPal me 20. You trying to hit that? Oh. Hello.
Hello?
Never
You
mind.
here?
Wow,
Prince.
Dr. Earl, kudos. You had like 15 viewers at once.
Yeah, I
That was
know.
great.
Exactly.
saying.
I'm getting more of them. This is why I decided to help do some of the drama shows there. That's
And look,
why.
the drama does get the numbers. Obviously, Cronin
Exactly.
and Ken have their established viewership. You know what I'm saying? So whenever they go live, they get a guaranteed amount that's in their bubble.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
That's
Ken can't break 100 anymore. That's bad.
U.S.
Mm-hmm.
They know why. You know why he has 15 viewers. They know why he has 15
Mhm.
viewers. Each time YR brings them the call.
Okay.
You-
Speaking of the hockey, what do you think of the?
Why
What do
YR
you-
tell them why they come? Because they get privileged to call me the nigga.
Prince does have
Systems.
Prince does have black privilege on this show. He does have black privilege. So
But speaking of going back to hockey, what do you think of what Vikings said about the Dallas Stars?
what do you say?
Fuck those Dallas cheaters. The hell with them
What?
Dallas fucking cheaters. Fucker Dallas fucking cheating ass motherfuckers.
All right,
Fuck
so
those
that's-
Dallas cheaters.
The
Alright.
one sport. That's the one sport that it's pretty hard to cheat. Hockey. You know what I'm saying? He is mad because his team did get booted out first round by the Dallas Stars. But that is what we call a sour, disrespectful. Because I respect a lot of these teams, and I respect LeBron James, the Lakers, even though I'm a Rockets fan. I respect Luka and Mark Cuban of the Mavericks and Popovich. I respect the New York Mets baseball team. I respect the Islanders, the Boston Bruins. I respect. You know, I'm a good all-around sports fan. I respect. You know what I'm saying? But when you lose and you get all crabby and pissed, deep down you know your team sucks. And Minnesota sports have always sucked. The
Mm.
Vikings, obviously the football team,
Yep.
the baseball team, the Twins, the Minnesota Twins. Like
Yeah.
what? Obviously the Timberwolves, they're all right here and there. You know what I'm saying? But they never.
Mm.
What do they got? Do they have Karl Anthony Towns? RP Timberwolves.
Well, if you're going to mention all the hockey teams, please always include Detroit Red Wings.
Yes.
Definitely got to include them because they helped make Detroit a hot city around the 2000s and later 1990s there with the Stanley Cup championships that they won. And the way they played massively.
I do have to shout out Donald Trump for going on CNN channel for this debate thing when
Wow.
none of the Democrats would go on Fox for debates. And,
Yeah. Yeah, I've uploaded a video about this. You know, he may have to pay this magazine writer named E. Jean Carroll about $5 million for apparently she says that Trump raped her in a dressing room at some store in Manhattan.
Yo, Prince, are you a Trump guy or not?
Prince, you there, dude?
Prince, are you trapped in the Democratic bubble? Give a
Princey?
shout out to
Oh, he's muted.
Give a shout out to Scott McKinnon today.
Oh,
I think
gosh.
he did. I think he did a move. I think he did move away off YouTube, like a lot of other people, did.
For how long?
And I hope he did join. I'm going to throw this out there. I hope Scott does join some type of sports organization, some type of, not a professional league, but some type of, I don't know, hockey league, baseball league for not seniors, but like older men. Like, get into sports, Scott. Record that and put it on YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Or better pick up an instrument.
And Scott knows his community's dead. Scott knows his community's dead. You know what I'm saying?
And plus, him ranting on everybody else within this community that's left, is overdone. It's tiresome. It's irrelevant. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, come on, give us a break. Let's discuss, talk about other things. Like, talk about what's going on politically wise in Canada and how that's coming along there.
It's not dead.
I mean, even people would, like Bird, even if Scott came on and talked about his penis, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
It's not dead, bro. It's never dead.
Bird, what's up, dude?
This community is never dead, man. It's never dead.
What do you think about,
Bro,
what do you think about RP, Bird?
I think RP's a faggot.
You should
Oh,
replace,
dude.
you should be one of Ken's co-hosts on the show with Tony. Tony and RP Ken.
The Tony and
What do you
RP show, ladies and gentlemen, where everybody's a clout-chasing fag.
Oh, Tony, excuse me. Jacob, comment?
No, I think Bird is part of the problem in this community.
But
I think
Really?
we need less retards like Bird around, and maybe we'll grow a little more. But if we keep letting 85%ers like Bird in the community, there isn't going to be a community anymore.
that is true.
But I'm not even around anymore, but you say I'm the problem.
We need a lot more
hilarious.
smarter people,
That's funny.
And I'm very tired of seeing
Considering I
Bird's
double what you
stupid-ass,
make in 5
ugly-ass
minutes,
selfies.
I'm retarded. Okay.
I'm tired of seeing Bird's stupid ass, ugly ass selfies where he looks like he's fucking miserable. Like,
What do you follow me on, you stupid fuck? I got you blocked everywhere.
good, keep me blocked. Good. Let's
How
keep
you know
it
I take
that way.
selfies?
Let's keep it that way.
Are you on my Twitter on a fake
I
account?
follow you on Twitter, you fag.
Thought I had you blocked. I might have to fix that.
Good, block me, please block me. The less of you, the more, the better.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh,
Or fix a better real job.
this is what we're trying to bring back here, folks.
Go get a real job and stop fucking selling your dick to fucking ugly fucking women, okay? Okay. Thank you very much.
No, I actually do have a real job. I'm a bartender. That's a great job to have.
Wait,
And
Ken
girls a
does
lot.
hold on a minute. Ken does the okay thing.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, well, Bird's one of those mentally disabled people who likes to copy everyone's lingo because he doesn't have his own lingo. Bird doesn't have no lingo, no nothing.
You're right. I'm a southern fucking.
He stole
You're
stole Scott's voice for years. Oh man, oh yeah.
Yeah, you did do the Mon thing a lot. You do the Mon thing.
Bird does
we
that.
got
He
clips
steals
of you
from
fucking doing the
Right.
We got
RP's
clips of
right.
you doing it. Shut the fuck up.
Fuck
RP's
you,
right.
Bird.
You fucking idiot.
No originality, you white trash.
No,
Sorry,
Bird,
what
what do you think?
This white
Bird, what do
trash
you
white boy makes a lot more money than a bartender does, and you still don't get laid. You fucking
Oh,
middle-aged women.
no.
What do you mean I don't get laid? I'm the only person in the community who gets laid. What are you
That's
talking
true. That's true.
Why are you watching pornos of him fucking? So how would you know this?
No, 'cause
Actually,
that's-
I've sent YR pictures from time to time.
Yeah,
Hey, you're
that
sick.
is true.
You're looking for fucking what's the word Dave Rose likes to use? Affirmation. So you're
No, it's just because I
Oh.
see YR as a friend, so I sometimes send them pictures of me on a date or something.
oh
But
they're
I'm
all-
pretty
they're
sure
all-
if we see your old lady, we'll probably
I'll give you
barf.
that.
I mean,
Oh, come on.
have you seen Have you seen my son? My son's fucking beautiful.
no, fuck that. I want to see the old lady. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, Scott Jr. That's that
What?
dumb shit. That's that
What?
stupid that's that dumb shit he would fucking do. He's
What?
like, everybody's old lady like, let me see your girlfriend, Mom. Let me see your girl. That's that same shit.
Hey, Bird, show me a picture of your son, man.
No,
Yeah,
no. All right, that's creepy. Never mind.
No, it's creepy that you want to see my woman. Like, I don't want to see the woman you're going out with. If she's a dime, she's a dime. I hope you fucking splatter your load all over her face and her dress. Like,
Stop making fun of people's wives, RP. Come on, you didn't have one.
hey, you're pulling a Tony. Pulling a Tony.
Dude.
Whatever. What?
Tony does go after the kids and wives and stuff. That
He
is
does. Tony
Hey.
does do that sometimes. He does.
He does not do that. Come on.
There's no one to tell him to stop or not do it. So he's gonna.
Nah,
keep doing it.
Tony does mingle into the doxing pool. Like he does.
Yeah,
Didn't he
that's
ask
true there.
Scott for? He asked Scott for one of those guys' family pictures or something. Like, remember that a
What? Really?
couple months ago? Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yes,
That was.
photos, bro. I got a question. I got a question for everybody.
Yeah.
How does everybody feel about pro violence surfacing to be a scumbag?
Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's
Yeah,
get into
let's do
So,
that, man. Absolutely, because he pissed all of us off with the bullshit.
Bro,
he's
that
been
guy
coming
pro
out.
violence wears the same clothes for years, bro. Jesus Christ.
Can we agree that he's a fucking fat piece of shit? I mean, me and our
Like all his shirts have mothballs on them, have hair on them. Like,
cum stains.
dude, do some laundry, dude. Jesus
Dude.
Christ.
You know, I mean, you may remember couple years back, he called in on Monetize This when I was on there. I mentioned this to Ken and Dave and everyone else. He was asking me what kind of crystal meth I smoked. And I'm like, excuse me? Excuse me there? And he said a couple of times on in people's chat, said, I love the crystal meth. I was like, I get added to this Skype group by a dude named Jeebus, who I haven't heard from in a long time there.
Oh, I haven't heard from Jeebus in forever.
Yeah, I
He
know.
died.
I still
No
around
way.
there. He just hasn't been active in anywhere, actually. If one of these days, I should probably do a show with him.
I
or
wonder
get him on
why
the call.
YR answered so quickly to that. He died. Was that you, Jeebus?
But
No,
anyway,
there's a lot of
so
people that left. That's like one of the people that left type thing. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know.
Like,
That guy was creepy, Jeebus. He would always DM me.
yeah. Well, anyways, I know that a couple of times he would call in. I know we had him on Real Suck TV when all of us was on there. But back to the pro VD thing there. He was involved in this group, and he heard that I was making jokes about his wife along with everybody else. So he was like, "Why are you making fun of my wife?" Well, if you're going to call me a drug addict, I'm going to make fun of your wife. There you go, then. had to
I mean,
show-
she is like pushing 60, isn't she? Like, what the fuck, dude?
She's pushing 80 with. She's pushing 60 with an 80-year-old pussy. So
So when he fingers her,
cobwebs and shit. Smells like dirty tuna. It looks like Tommy NC's asshole, except it's a pussy. That's just nasty, bro. Like, and the fact that they
I know
shared
it.
you.
I know I mentioned this one time that when you finger her pussy, she squirts dust.
Who the fuck is jacking off with their phone right now?
I know, what the hell? RP, is that you, man?
Come on, motherfucker.
He's
Someone
here.
had, Cro-
He's not
someone
calling
had,
in.
had Cronin to the call.
Yo, no, he's on the call. He just doesn't want to call in because he's too cool for us.
No. Pfft.
He's
At least-
reading all my fucking DMs. He's reading them.
Who cares?
Who cares? Get him on the call there.
Get felt
Come on, fucking Joe. You fucking listening. Call in, faggot.
Where's Ken?
Oh, he says, "Who's us?" Be like,
Use what?
Come on,
Cronin.
Cronin.
Cronin, we have to talk about you shitting on Dave today about your work schedule.
Yeah, get him on the call, man.
Ken in the foul mouths.
Nah, don't say that. He's definitely not going to come on now. Don't say Ken.
Oh, dude.
Nah, someone say in the chat, don't say he's not going to come on if Ken's on here, which he's not. Come on.
Get your ass.
Fucking Joe, bro. Like,
Yeah,
come
you're
on,
good.
Joe.
Come
Why
on,
is,
like
so, why is Joe so political? Like, come on.
Well, we're gonna give him some good compliments because he does run a tighter ship over there, and he doesn't let
He
in the
does.
bullshit
He does.
stuff,
He does.
you know.
Mhm.
He
Took the
does run a
compliment
tight
to you.
ship. Like, now I get it. Now I get why he does that. Now I get it.
Safety, family safety. Someone go in the chat and tell him that Ken's not really here. Come on.
No, it's just us five here. Me, Prince, Bird, YR, and
Talk about-
Jacob
Talk
RP.
about LeBron James and YR and our relationship. we
Yeah,
have.
when was this show taken here?
So,
Ron James is a pussy. Ladies and gentlemen.
Mr.
Yeah,
Cronin
yeah.
is
The
here.
creator! The creator of all creators
Yeah.
of all this. Hello, Joe.
yo, Dr. Brown, can you play that clip that you played earlier, please, for Cronin?
With him shitting on Dave.
Yeah, play it,
Yeah.
Dr. Earl, play it.
Okay, I get it right here. Let me get it up here for a second here.
When
All
did this
right. Give it 5
You must
minutes.
have you must have did this when I was at work today.
Cronin shot all over Dave Rose. It was crazy.
Oh,
I did not shit all over Dave
who
Rose.
gives a fuck?
Sounded like C-Man going against Dave or something. It was like, well, listen to the clip. Y'all decide. Go ahead, Brown.
Okay, let me find it up here. Blah, blah, blah.
Ah, come on, Dr. Brown.
This is-
Like,
Real
well,
house life, house of family.
Well,
This is life or death. Go ahead.
Haven't talked to you in a while.
it's been a while. What's up, good dude?
I think he didn't hear me.
Birdie shit on
wow,
Birdie
we
shit on
finally
Cronin.
have Joe here. No one can talk to him. Wow.
I asked Joe how's his life. I don't think he heard me.
Give me a couple of seconds here, guys. Here it is.
Come on, old man.
Oh man, you should have had this fucking prepped. Huh.
Yeah, like, what the fuck, Dr. Brown?
Well, you gotta remember my the things. Gotta remember my phone off. It gets slow at times.
Do I need to fucking do it? Do I need to do everything myself? When is the fucking time?
I don't work on
Running a
Wednesdays,
19
Dave. I guess you don't pay attention, bro. For the you fucking loser faggot, like another fucking loser, bro. How do you not fucking know, bro? What is this? Every week I have to tell people my work schedule? Every week you need to know my work schedule, bro? Is that what you need? I don't work Wednesdays. Since like
Can you guys
fucking
hear
the
me?
last 6 months, bro.
Loud and
Yeah.
clear.
Now we
I know
hear
it's
you.
hard for your retard brain
That's
to
not.
understand
I'm not.
that.
I'm
You know
not
what I mean?
talking about Dave Rose there. You
Wednesdays,
realize that,
I don't
right?
really work, and Sundays I don't really work.
Yeah, mention his
What
name.
other
Like, there you
Daves
go,
are
fucking
there? What
million
other Daves
time,
are there?
you
Come on.
retard,
The
you
guy's
fucking
name in the
fuckhead.
chat was Dave.
Like,
You idiot.
Ah,
It wasn't Dave Rose. It was some guy
You said
named
you don't
Dave.
like Joe Biden. I bet
This
you
is
that
does
guy
not pertain to
is a
Rose.
drunk guy. You said that.
Yeah, don't do that. What are we on here? Why? So Jay, you're texting me on Skype. Are we on Jacob's channel?
No, we're on my
Brown,
channel,
we're on
dude.
Dr. Brown.
bro.
You're on
We're
my
Dr.
channel.
Brown. We're on Dr. Brown.
Dr.
Oh, so
Earl's
wait a minute.
channel.
So I was talking to Jacob, so I thought it was Jacob's show.
No,
Nah,
you.
nah,
It's
nah.
all
It's
of
just-
us
we
here.
saw you in the
Bird,
chat.
YR, Prince
No,
Idol,
because we
me,
had to come
Jacob.
we're discussing how this community is dead now and stuff, Joe.
Yeah, and what can we do to revise it?
We've all
Joe,
grown
I know
up.
you can. I mean, well, Jacob hasn't been on my show in forever. Dr. Earl hasn't been on my show in forever. It's going to be dead.
No, but
Yeah,
not
you gotta-
like.
So
Not the
there we go,
individual
Jacob.
shows.
There's our
It's
invitation
more
to
of-
revise Joe's
it's-
show there.
Hold on, Brad. It's more of the camaraderie is what we're talking about because like everyone does their own thing.
Bert was on the other night, but we missed him, I guess. But Bert comes on.
Well,
I was
honestly,
drunk as fuck.
Joe's
got off.
Joe's Discord is way too toxic. I mean, if they don't like you and you pop
come
up in there, they block you.
First of all, hold up.
I'm blocked from Joe's Discord. I'm blocked.
You're blocked from Joe's Discord because of your own stupidity, but I gotta disagree. I'm not blocked in his Discord. No one's blocked me in that motherfucker.
Yeah, no, I don't know what you know. I mean, I might have Jacob blocked you once because you like were spamming something stupid in the Discord, but I mean, I probably just forgot I blocked you. I would have unblocked you like the next day, probably. Are you sure you're blocked though, Jacob? Are you really blocked?
Yeah, I'm blocked. Every time I try to go in there, the link doesn't even appear.
There was a mod a while back that went kind of rogue, and we figured out who it was and got rid of that person.
It was a while ago, so it could have been that person.
Yeah, it was like somebody had access to like mod status, and like we figured that out.
Well, real quick, because we have to be positive here. I have to tell you, Joe, and this comes from a lot of people, not just me. Luke Rojas is a superstar. Is a superstar in your show. Very entertaining.
I know. I said this like 4 years ago.
No, but still, like he's a fan. He's a Joe guy, and he's not gonna go off and screw you over type thing. You know what I mean? It's a good thing to have.
He's a fucking. In other words, he's a fucking off the wall Jake DeMarco.
He's a normal person for once.
Yeah. How is Jake doing, by the way, there?
Not good.
Oh, wow.
He's about 108 pounds.
Wow.
He had his stomach opened up for about 9 hernias.
Wow. Holy cow. What does he have that's causing this, man? I was wondering.
It's like it's basically like he's got this 1 or 2 major problems, but all of these problems are causing these other problems, and they're trying to deal with all of them. And some of them they have to like deal with before they get to the bigger problem. And he's still waiting to find out if his throwing up has been the main issue, like constantly vomiting, because he's losing all his body mass and it's tearing a hole in his esophagus and stomach. So
wow.
They did that. They did that shrunken stomach surgery, on him.
Yes, I remember, yeah.
So then that didn't really work. So then they are doing something they think that will fix it, which is to like shorten his intestines, like right from his stomach right to his like whatever. Anyway, so he had that done, and now that last time I talked to him was after he had that done. So it's been about a week since I've talked to him, and it's been 3 weeks since he had it done. So once, he has to wait. And then once he finds out, they'll know if that worked yet. And it's probably the 8th thing that they've tried, and the hernias are from throwing up all the time and squeezing his stomach and shit.
He's probably got,
Damn.
for what you just described, he's probably got like some sort of fucking cancer in his stomach. And they've
checked him for that. They've checked him for that. They've looked at all that stuff, but it's just it's just one thing kind of after another, and he's just so bogged down by it.
Well, he needs to smoke some fucking weed. Like, honestly.
Yeah,
Well,
that usually helps, yeah.
I mean, that's what he did. And when he first started, I mean, he's always smoked. But when he first started throwing up, he would do that, and it would help a lot. But it's beyond that at this point. So they want to settle that down, because then that will stop the hernias, and then you can get off of the medication that suppresses the throwing up, because the medication is also fucking them up in different ways. So it's kind of like, once they start with that problem, they get to the next one, they get to the next one. So we're, just waiting to hear what happens. It's a big reason why he can't be on the show, because he's throwing up every like 5 minutes sometimes.
I mean,
Joe Cronin, why were you a couple weeks ago? I caught this. This is
go.
This isn't bad or nothing, but Cronin was shitting on Tyler Sagan. He's on my team.
Who the fuck is that?
No, I didn't shit on him. I was mad when we lost him when he left, because he couldn't get up for his alarm clock in time or whatever the fuck.
Hey, come on, what?
Couldn't set an alarm right, you know what I mean? So I mean, hey, you know what? I think I'm cheering for the Stars. Like I'm serious. Like I think I'm rooting for the Stars.
Yes.
Because
Man, fuck the Stars.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I hate. It's weird. Steve Ott's gone, so they're all right now. Oh wait, isn't Steve Ott coaching now?
No, Pete DeBoer.
No, but I mean, I think Steve Ott's coaching somewhere though. Not the Stars, but
I don't know.
I think he's coaching somewhere.
I hope the fucking Maple Leafs win it all.
No, they're down 3-0 right now against fucking
They got-
Florida.
They're gonna lose tonight, Birdie, dumbass.
I know, that's the joke, you fucker. I'm looking at the schedule right now.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know what. You remember earlier you said something about Dave Rose?
Yes.
I just realized I did say something about him, but it had nothing to do with that clip that you played. That clip you played was a troll in the chat named Dave something, and I said, yeah, you're a fucking troll, fuck, whatever. But after that guy, I think I made fun of the Maple Leafs, and because Dave hates the Maple Leafs, because he's always
Wow.
like, oh, fuck them, I hate them, even though that's his home team. So I was kind of making a joke about Dave. I was like, oh, yeah, you don't care. It's like because they suck, so you don't want to be hurt and look stupid. So you're like, oh, yeah, I hate them. So I said something like that.
The hockey is it's way more entertaining than these NBA playoffs, though. Sure.
Yeah, the NBA is bullshit. I saw Dave on Twitter earlier, and I think I said something like that to him on Twitter.
So are you hoping the Golden Knights win tonight?
I don't give a shit who wins. So
I hope the Golden Knights lose. I want JB to be angry. That's okay.
Actually, I mean,
Yeah, how
either
is
or,
JB
Bird,
doing,
either
man? We
or.
missed the
You
guy.
know?
We were so wondering how he's been.
Man, hey, Dr.
busy.
Ertles, why do you say that? Because you know what I've been doing this last week? I've been watching old school monetize this from like 100 to like 150.
Yeah.
I've been
I'm like-
hearing everybody saying that. Everyone's saying, and everyone's telling me like it's showing up in their recommendations or something. And Leah told me that too.
Dude, I've been leaving I've been leaving new comments and fucking liking old ones from way the fuck back. It's just like, it's like a nostalgia feel. It's like,
Yeah.
oh my God, this used to be the fucking lit. This used to be fun.
Well, you got to get everybody back over there. We'll have some fun.
The fucking rant line and shit.
I remember I wanted to bring that back, but there just wasn't enough rants, So it was like, all right, well,
I'll tell you what it is, Cronin. Everybody who had fucking talent fucking either grew up and said fuck this shit or got scared away.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
but
true.
again,
Bullfrog
just
is the case.
Oh fuck.
we got just show up for me and Rojas. That's all you got to do. Show up for me and Rojas,
And
and then
Jesse.
call in and make
Stop
fun
it,
of
dude.
Jesse and
Fuck.
Garguts. Call in and make fun of Jesse and Garguts.
And Mustafa is very informative as well. He's good.
Yeah,
too.
Mustafa's been calling for 8 years now. So or 6, 7 years. I don't know.
Yo, you gotta give Luke a raise, bro. He's carrying
Yeah.
his show right now.
Yeah, he's always great. Yeah, he's always a good guy.
You got Rostov when you got
But
Fight
Guard
over
Guts,
shit.
and I posted this on my channel today, Hockey Channel 360, for all your hockey content.
That's your channel now.
Yeah, look, I
Yes,
go to all the
exactly,
Stars games.
yes.
I go to the Stars games every week and check it out. I saw
I
Boston,
think
too.
Joe trolls us with Garguts. He knows we hate him.
Yeah, look, like Gargut, like I said, Joe gave Garguts the brass ring, but Garguts doesn't know how to grasp it because his audio is so low on these shows. It's crazy. That's the only problem I have.
I got a money grab for Cronin if he's willing to listen to it. You fucking you go old school. How much to bet? Garguts forever.
Oh
Ooh.
gosh.
And I'm betting a lot of people will put money towards it.
Well, here's the problem with that. You want me to ban a guy who's always there, almost, or not always there, but a lot of times always there.
Fix his mic. Just send him
telling
one of
you
your
to
older
do it.
mics, Joe. Like fix his
But-
audio.
But here's the thing: if I banned him, like so many people would be mad. It would be multiple people that would be like, "What the fuck?" Like, I mean, I'm friends with him first of all, but second of all, it'd be kind of like, It's like, why would I do
Think
that?
about this for a second. We used to do the same thing to Tommy back in the day.
Yeah,
You never-
God knows
Listen,
how
I
many
would- I would,
times Tommy got
I'd
banned for the
boot
show.
Garguts. I'd boot Garguts for like you know what I mean? Like if someone dropped something that night, for like a month or whatever you want to say, like
A month or something. I'm not saying
Yeah.
forever. I forbid.
oh yeah, dude. Someone said, hey, I'm dropping $500, ban him for a month. Maybe I'd do that.
Like, bye, Garguts. See you in a month from the night.
See you later, brother. Yeah, I think the night you tried to get on it was loaded. Last week we only had 6 people, but the week before that we had, I don't know, man, it was like fucking 12 people. It was
I
great.
was on hold. I was gonna fucking join. I was like, yeah, fuck this shit. I'm not sitting on a fucking panel with 11 people. That's like,
No, it was too many people. It was crazy. I
Yeah,
mean,
12 people on the same call is a little bit too much there.
yeah, it was nuts. But the week after that, then we only had 6, and only 2 people weren't even talking. So it was like kind of like weird. So it was very unbalanced, you know. But I will say the week that Dork Knight was on, I muted a lot of people just so we could listen to him, you know, talk
does
about.
he have a YouTube channel, Cronin?
He goes on other people's pretty much is what he sort of does. So that's he talks about Star Trek and Star
His
Wars.
voice is so fucking so radio professional. Like you would think he could do his own thing. Like I was trying to find him on YouTube. I was like, thing has popped up. This guy has got to do something on his own.
No, Bert, don't push him to do that. He's gonna be, you know.
No, he mostly just does other people's stuff and works for other people and does things like that's mostly what he does. But he is funny, man. One of his daughters is an ugly whore, and the other one's a sexy fuck.
Oh, dude.
He said it.
Yeah, and I died.
I'm telling you, man, that guy's fucked up. But you know what, Dr. Earl?
Well,
we gotta have.
what's
Dr.
fucked
Earl,
up.
remember when you went to the mall, Dr. Earl, and you showed those girls in my picture?
Yes, I remember that. Just sadly, I cannot do that no more. I wasn't able to do that no more because, out of fear, some people could think that I'm some sort of a predator or something like that. You got to keep that in mind. And plus, the pandemic struck us from behind.
You gotta understand. Y'all gotta understand. Like Crow did. You know, I met Brown in person. This guy is literally. It's like Kevin. It's like Kevin Nash. He's like as tall as a tree.
Yeah, he's huge.
Brown.
Yeah, I buy that.
Yeah, 604, man.
He's a crackhead.
Were you surprised when when Wire called in and when we saw the Juice pre-show together? You were like surprised, man.
Oh yeah, because you guys were like together because you were threatening to kill him like 2 years before, so it was pretty cool.
That Earl is gone, thank goodness. That angry son of a bitch has been deceased. Ever since the pandemic and plus me losing the golf club job, I've come to realize I cannot be that son of a bitch no more.
But the AR-15 away.
Easy. I remember because you said a lot of things that were like kind of that could get you in trouble. So I'm glad.
Yeah, I did. Yes, I was an angry bastard at that time. So
you were on drugs. It's okay.
No, it wasn't that. I don't do drugs. You know that. I had a lot of resentment build up, and I had to have a lot of talks with a lot of people telling me to let that shit go. You can't go back. They'll get theirs in the end. Like, for example, some guy who used to be my next door neighbor, he turned to drugs. He pushed me aside. Guess what? I'm still working. I'm still moving. The guy's now disabled and hardly can move because he had 3 fucking strokes from all the drugs he did back then.
Oh.
He fucked himself.
Hey, Earl.
Yeah.
Hey, can you hear me well right now? Because I just threw a Bluetooth headset.
Gotcha. I hear loud and clear, dude. Yes.
Yeah, I sound good on these? Okay, $20. It was worth it.
Nice.
Yo, Tony's trying to meet you and hang out with you at the deal over there, Carnival.
Please tape that if that were to happen, so we can make fun of Tony's fucking rickety skinny ass, please.
Push his wheelchair around.
Push his wheelchair off the fucking cliff.
Carnival.
Now don't they have the carnival for fags over there in Boston? What do they call it?
What?
Yeah. I've heard about that. I've never seen it. I've smelt it though from where
It was like shit.
I don't think I'll be going to that though. I've got kids now.
Yeah,
I understand.
I don't think it was supposed his kids any of that. It's bad enough we got little kids out there having drag queens reading stories to them.
Oh, Earl, don't get me started, please.
I know.
That's what he should do. That's what somebody should do. Somebody should dress up like a kid and go to one of the library readings, and then during the reading they should just ask all kinds of questions about the genitalia.
If I go to a reading and I see a fucking drag queen reading to kids that are almost as young as mine, somebody's leaving in handcuffs and another one's leaving in a body bag.
And depending on the state you're in, it might be you.
I'm in Arkansas, so guess what? I'd be a savior. I'd be a hero.
Most likely, probably be in California. Know how liberal that state is there. They'll probably let that happen all the time.
We need to fucking disown California, New York, Illinois, all these fucked up ass liberal
New
states.
York is crazy,
Hey,
bro.
fuck it.
It's
I
weird
agree.
because you'd think Boston would be bad, but Boston's only like weird in like a small little pocket. It's not really that bad there, you know. There's just a small pocket of people almost. It's still fairly normalish, especially once you get outside the city.
The Revere area. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
Let's be real.
No,
Let's
no,
be
they're on
real.
drugs in that area.
Every state has that one city, like just outside it, you get the freaks and you get the weirdos and you get the fucking
Southie.
psychos.
Southie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to go to fucking Boston this
No,
summer
Southie's
and
becoming like a
see
yuppie.
that. Go ahead, Conan.
Southie's becoming a yuppie area. Becoming a yuppie area of Southie.
Like Royal Oak, Michigan, it became.
You're talking like rich and shit.
No, I'm talking about,
Oh,
Yeah,
something like
what
that,
happened
yes.
in
that
Southie
was
is-
the Cronin.
No.
Oh, fuck. I'm bringing in my water and it's like heavy as fuck and I'm almost dying.
Oh, jeez.
I'm a
This guy.
pussy.
I think it's
Go
unloading
ahead.
groceries from the car.
Oh my god. No,
You
dude, the
okay?
water delivery, they dropped it off at the end of the driveway.
Mm.
Like at the far end.
Oh, have fun walking that big motherfucker. I know what you're doing. Those things are heavy as fuck.
Well, I got a two-wheeler, so.
Oh, you got a dolly. Oh, you
Nice.
You good then?
Holy cow.
It's like a cheap one,
Oh, how
so
many
it's
people-
actually not the easiest.
What's up, Arcanoia? How you doing, man? We got lots of people here.
Okay.
Yeah, we got Joe Cronin, we got Jacob RP, we got YR, we got
Now Joe
Prince
Cronin did. Now Joe Cronin did get Patreon money from Ark, and he didn't do the rock and roll show with him. Did Joe
No.
Cronin, you want to talk about that?
It was
No, I'm fine.
We did, I'd say me and Arcnolia, you know, people used to criticize that I didn't do a podcast with them when they paid or whatever. People used to say that. Arcnolia was the only guy that happened to. Because nobody else ever requested to do a show with me. And I'd say Arcnolia and me, we did like 3 or 4 shows, but we should have done like 15 or 20.
Yeah. Well, now it's,
So
now it's your opportunity to contact Arc and do some shows for his Patreon.
Well,
Yes.
well, I've talked to Ark. Me and Ark have talked since all that. But yeah, you're right.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
He was
I-
squashing the
Sorry.
beef.
I'm glad to hear
Squashing the
it.
beef.
Because
All right, there.
Yep.
So, guys, are we ready to do some music? We're doing the 1990s. Is everybody up to it? Ready to roll?
1990s music.
Yep.
The
mhm,
decade that kind of sucked.
Yeah.
What?
There's a bunch in there to go. The
Hold
Seattle
on.
scene's pretty
What?
good. Come on.
I might be biased because I grew up with the 90s music, but I mean,
Soundgarden. Come on, guys.
Well, there was some good stuff. I'm not saying it
Well,
all.
I'm not. Well, the problem is that we had is that with the 1980s is that how watered
Feeling
down.
my erection. You know, load and reload. Come on.
Mm. Yeah, that was good. The Pantera was great. You know, Soundgarden was good there. It was
Dude,
all
there
the,
was
but
so
you
much
see
stuff
other
in there.
sensitive stuff that was out there that I was not really caring for because me and Ark, we grew up with stuff that was ready, that was real, that was a lot of times harsh. Like Blue Cheer, Black Sabbath, and everything out there was like the main rock at the time was Chili Peppers and stuff, with the exception of Pantera. They plummeted everything that was during that whole decade there.
Well, if you look at the top 100 in these years, there's some good stuff here and there, but the rest of it's like dreck.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said a few times on the episode when we were discussing, my taste in music was about way underground, like Marilyn Manson, Nine Inch Nails, when they especially when Manson first came around in '94. There, Nine Inch Nails, The Downward
Yeah.
Spiral. I had that album on vinyl, believe it or not, because at that time CDs
Yo,
and
speaking
cassettes
of that
were the
real
main thing.
quick,
Yeah.
Brown.
Yeah.
On Eddie Trunk's show today, I didn't finish listening to it, but he had an interview with John Five. Because he's in Motley Crue now,
Yes.
and so he was talking about all the everything and stuff. So.
belligerents of Manson like raped them and stuff. Dude, Manson beat the shit out of John 5.
Yeah, I remember saw that footage, man. Oh, damn.
There's more though. It's not just that, dude. There's so much more that he was always like he flipped out in that video because Manson was always messing with him, putting shit in his food and poking him in the ass and stuff, and just all kinds of shit. Dude. Like,
Hell, Marilyn Manson got himself in trouble. You heard about all that stuff a couple years back. I'm sure you know about that. Well, these sexual assaults, he's done. He's done.
Because he's a
that's for sure.
fucking weirdo.
he's all set on that though. They released the charges on him.
Oh wow.
Real?
Wow.
That's good.
Really?
Yeah, just last week. Yeah.
Remember him from Mr. Belvedere show?
You may remember this rumor back then that he had 2 of his bottom ribs removed so he could suck himself off.
Ugh.
Yeah, I remember that rumor.
Yeah. But then again, there was been rumors about Nick Courtney Love killing Kurt Cobain.
Have you seen Nicolas Cage in that vampire movie, man? He looks just like Manson now, exactly like him.
Yeah,
He got the
probably better than Manson.
Yeah, dude, I'd have sex with Nicolas Cage. Like, I'm not even kidding. I would fuck with Nicolas Cage.
Wow. And I understand Nicolas Cage had to have his teeth shaved out for that role there.
Oh yeah, dude. I'd shave his pubes for him.
Oh. Yeah. All right, sir. So,
Stream Shaft, how you doing, brother?
Good. How's everybody doing?
We are doing pretty good, man.
Excellent.
All right,
Joe, good to see you, Joe. How are you, Joe? Great.
Good talk.
Good talk.
Yes. Now, but in a lot of ways, for me, I was continuing. I was into the underground stuff that was played at the City Club. I mean, Shaft remembers that there.
Oh, I used to love City Club. Absolutely.
Yeah, man, that was stuff like a 16-volt, Funker Volt. That song, Thanks for Nothing. I was hard to the underground, industrial stuff there. V&V Nation, I was mentioning the ARC. My favorite album was the project called Techno Animal, featuring one of the dudes from Godflesh. That album Re-Entry. I remember I brought it in a few times when the club was first open there. I was into that scene. Scorn, Merzball. Remember, I used to wear a Merzball shirt that I made myself there a lot of times during the later 90s period there.
Excellent.
Yeah. And,
I think I scared Joe away.
He left. I noticed. I don't know why there. All right, so do we have any music news? YR, you said, right?
Yeah, I sent it to you. What was it?
Wait, send me just photos, but not the actual link to the articles there. Let me find it here. But we got to go to Blabbermouth there, so we'll definitely work on that. Let me go to my phone here once again, which is on my bed. Blabbermouth. There we go. Yeah, something about... Let's see what we got here. I'll give a couple minutes there. Okay. All right there. Let me look up a few here. Now, Keanu Reeves has a band called Dogstar. They have announced their first live performance in more than 2 decades. And David Coverdale cut his hair. Looks different now. Yeah, he did. He did.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Breaking news.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, he looks way different. Like, damn. I mean, what the shit, dude? Let's see here. And then we got some new photos that Mick Mars posted online. All right, there. Watch Great White perform this year's Monsters of Rock cruise. I guess he got another new lead singer there, I guess. That's what I'm trying to find here. And I guess here. Okay, so Ted Nugent, he recently tried to do a show there, but I guess too many protests. I forgot which city it was, but they had to cancel this one particular gig. I guess because of his political stance and the way he approaches his political stuff there. Let's see here. Blackstone Cherry, Lamb of God, Randy Blythe joins a band called I forgot how it's pronounced, but it's spelled Gojira in Richmond, Virginia. There. Let's see here. Let me look on. Let me get to
Gojira.
Gojira. Okay, there. Let me get to some new photos of Mick Mars and Motley Crue because we got to check out on YouTube some footage and songs from his previous band White Horse when he was still known as Robert Deal. And there was this one footage here, I think I may have sent it to YR. If I'd had it, I'll definitely show him, of a drum kit actually being lifted and rotating upside down. Similar to what Tommy Lee had on the Girls, Girls, Girls tour there, which just rotates around. But this was done in a lot more smaller audience. It was like a local crowd there. And when that happened, everybody just stood right up and just applaud because they were sitting there watching the band play. Okay. Okay. The founder of respected rock label Submarine Records, I think it's pronounced, shared a couple new photos of Mick Mars apparently taken on the Motley Crue guitarist's home in Nashville, Tennessee. The pictures were posted this past Tuesday, captioning them, "Landed on Mars, it's as real as it gets. Hashtag Team Mick, hashtag Mick Mars, hashtag Motley Crue, hashtag Living Legend." It is not presently cleared if the president of this record label has been in talks with Mars about possibly releasing Mick's long-awaited solo project on his label. Now, in April 2022, Paul Taylor, who is well known as the keyboardist and keyboard player and the guitarist, has worked with countless artists as a composer and musician throughout the decades. He's worked with Winger. He revealed during the performance on the song Sonic Dorms podcast that he spent the last couple of years collaborating with Mars on the Crue's guitar players, long-awaited solo album. I wrote most of the record with Mick and Jacob Bunton, who is an Alabama musician, who sang with Steven Adler, the ex-Guns N' Roses drummer there. He said, "Me and Jacob have written a lot of stuff for TV together. I'm really excited to have that come out." Taylor went on to say that he is impressed with Mick's skills as a guitar player and a songwriter. He said, "Mick is so awesome, and just the endless cool things he comes up with and the platinum sounds. There's days that I just go, is that a guitar? Is that all you're doing on that? It's been real fun. I'm really excited about that." Now, according to Taylor, he worked with Mars and Bunton, I should say, my bad, on the solo record for a good year and a half. And Mick doesn't want me to say too much about it. But he said it's okay to say it's a heavy record. It's definitely heavy, and it's very versatile. That's how it's pronounced there. I feel very lucky that I got to sit down and work with him and turn these things into song. I think it's going to blow some people away. It is really cool. Now, Mars has been working on this solo disc on and off for the past 7 years. Some of the sessions for the album were helmed at recently retired producer Michael Wagner, who worked with Warrant Except Skid Row and Ozzy Osbourne at Blackbird Studio in Nashville, Tennessee, where Mick Mars currently has lived for about a decade. Wait up there. Get this vacation. It was a stupid ad. 3 years ago, Bunton revealed that he was a singer for Mars' solo album. Speaking to AL.com, Button, who has previously worked with another band, I think it's called Line Nem, said his collaboration with Mars, I can tell you that I'm involved for the past several months. We wrote and recorded. Let me get there. There we go. And we recorded a record. Michael Wagner produced it. The great Michael Wagner from Master, who did the mixing for Master of Puppets and all that stuff. He's worked with the Crew on their first record, Too Fast for Love. When they did it themselves, they recorded a record and Michael Wagner mixed it. That's when he got the record deal with Elektra. Roy Thomas Baker, who worked with Queen, ended up going back and remixing it. But it was all their self-released copies. It's Michael, but to make a long story short, Michael's produced the record because that was the first producer Mick Mars worked with in Motley Crue. So he wanted to do his solo record. So it's been really cool. We've been recording in Nashville and we're almost done. All right. That's about it there. I'm just going to go on, talk about the record and all that stuff there. But we ain't got that much time for that. Okay. So what shall we start with? You said you wanted to start with the 100s. What was going on at that time, Ark?
Yeah, this 1991 is where we left off.
Yeah, well, 1991 in a lot of ways was kind of like a good year. I mean, I remember the summer. I was still seeing the band Seduce play at various areas like the Studio Lounge. I was checking out the west side of Detroit there, like Westland Mall, the Studio Lounge, the Token Lounge there. I was exploring a lot of areas, believe it or not, there around that time. It was like a very interesting year. We had Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves with Kevin Costner and Morgan Freeman in the theaters. That song, from Bryan Adams was the main theme for that song. What was it called? I Do Anything for You, I think it's called there.
Everything I do it for you.
Yes, thank you so much, there. It's been a while since I heard that there.
Well, actually, that was number 1 that year.
No, yeah, it was a big song for him there.
Only thing that looks good on me is you.
Oh, gosh.
The newer one.
Oh,
newer.
And I remember 1991. It was kind of, but yeah, it was also sad here because we lost both Freddie Mercury and Eric Carr from Kiss in the same week, in the same month, which was November. Those was a big surprises to find out. Carr had cancer. Freddie Mercury died of AIDS. In fact, the last studio record they put it out was called Innuendo, and they had some good songs on the album. The title cut, These Are the Days of Our Lives, and The Show Must Go On, which are very. I think when you think about it, when you look at the video for These Are the Days of Our Lives, you can see how bad Freddie was looking. I mean, just watch for yourself there. And the story was he was keeping his AIDS a secret for a long while there, but unfortunately, the British press was not going to let it go. I mean, there was a photo of him in his house from, I guess it was a far distance, and apparently he was not looking that well there, obviously, for obvious. And I guess this prompted Freddie to finally come clean and admit he had AIDS. And within less than 24 hours, he passed away at the age of 45.
You remember that day?
Yes, I remember. I was coming out of the Perry Drugs before it became Rite Aid Drugs back in Michigan there where we were living. And then I saw the newspaper stand, and it said right on the top, Freddie Mercury passed away from AIDS. I was like, holy cow, dude, really? Wow. And then right then, at that moment, Bohemian Rhapsody blew up the airwaves. And not just for Freddie Mercury's death, it was also because that song was featured in the first Wayne's World movie. And that became a big hit. I'm sure everybody remembers the video collaging the original Bohemian Rhapsody footage and the Wayne's World movie together there. Wow. All right. So, are you ready, guys, to do some more?
Yes.
Okay, let's not get into a minute history on each and every song.
Okay, there.
Some of them don't deserve it.
Yeah.
Number 2 that year was Color Me Bad, I Want to Sex You Up.
Oh, my gosh.
Number 2.
I know. You know what? I got to mention this.
Hold on a minute, Art.
Mhm.
Please tell me you have Ice Ice Baby on that list.
Do I have what?
That was
Ice
that
Ice
was
Baby,
your,
Vanilla Ice.
Oh, I think it's here, but I think it's way the hell down.
yeah.
Alright,
It's
alright.
it was
I
the
think-
previous year there.
Remember.
You know what? I got to mention this about that "Color Me Bad" song. You know what? I remember the 7-Eleven when that song came out, being in the 7-Eleven, and teeny, I don't know how old this kid was, but she may have been about way below 10 years old. And I remember her singing the lyrics to that song. And I don't know where her mom was at the time there. I know she may have been the store, but she may not have been aware or not. It's anybody's guess. And I was thinking to myself, what in the flying ass fuck is a little girl singing an adult themed song?
If I go crazy, then will you still call me Joe Cronin? That one.
I guess RP and Joe left here. I noticed I wasn't paying attention. Son bitch. But you see what?
Yeah,
you see
he was
what?
saying that.
But you see where I'm going with this, right?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, Ark.
Number
Go
Number
ahead.
3 that year was Gonna Make You Sweat, Everybody Dance Now, CNC Music Factory.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a big hit there. Feature Martha Wash, who never got credit for the singing on that track. They credited it to a girl named Zena Davis. And the question of her vocal ability was highly in question. They would show her pictures trying to sing, but she'd be singing along with Martha Wash's vocal track.
Rush Rush, Paula Abdul.
Hold
Hold Me Back.
Oh my gosh, I know. And by the way,
One more.
Go ahead. Keanu Reeves was in that
Gonna go
video.
into history of that one.
Nah, no, but I'm just gonna say that Keanu Reeves was in that one in the video for that song there.
One More Try, Timmy T.
Oh, crappy song.
Unbelievable.
Oh gosh.
EMF. Those were the top 6. Number 7, Extreme, More Than Words. A ballad by a group that wasn't a ballad group.
And for what I understand, that song was written from a woman's point of view, basically telling her man, hey, I don't want to hear just "I love you" come out of your words. You need to show it. It's about more than words for me.
Okay. I Like the Way, The Kissing Game, High Five.
Yeah, and one of the
The
members.
First Time.
I remember that one of the members died. Had a mysterious death a couple of years back. So we don't know from what.
The First Time, Surface. Baby Baby, Amy Grant.
Oh gosh.
Hearing anything you like yet?
Not really.
Motown
But,
Philly,
oh
Boys
gosh.
to Men.
The New Jack
Quick
Swing
rant.
era. Yeah.
Brown and Ark, what do y'all think about Kate Bush being in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Well, Kate Bush, she's more like a prog rock artist when you think about it there. But you know what? She should be, because
I'm
she's
kind of surprised because of that.
Yeah,
Missy Elliott.
Because the guy that runs that thing doesn't like prog rock.
that's true. Very true.
Missy Elliott. Dr. Brown's a big Missy Elliott fan.
Oh
What are they putting in
God,
there?
please,
Lil'
dude.
Kim. Lil'
Oh
Kim, I think.
gosh.
What's the one that's out now that everybody likes that used to be a prostitute or whatever? Cardi B.
Cardi
you like
B?
her? Yeah.
Hell no.
You like her.
Oh gosh. Bunch of big booty bitches trying to look so fly, I know it fits to say that some of the modern women of today are trying to copy these female rappers, and it's not working out, unfortunately. There.
Next one, Because I Love You, the Postman song, Stevie B.
Yeah.
Then Someday, Mariah Carey.
Oh gosh.
And then finally another song that's decent, and another ballad by a rock group, High Enough, Damn Yankees.
Oh well, that was not too bad. There, you had Tommy Shaw from Styx, Jack Blaze on Night Ranger, and of course the Motor City Man, Ted Nugent there.
Then From a Distance, Bette Midler.
Crap.
All the Men I Need, Whitney Houston.
All the men I need.
All the Man I Need.
Oh my God. The way I misinterpreted that.
Right Here,
Oh,
Right Now
God.
by Jesus Jones, which I'm pretty sure is not a cover of the Van Halen song.
Nope. I didn't know Van Halen had a song called Right Here. No, that's just Right Now. That's about it. That was just named Right Now. Now, we got to include that song. That was a good song.
Jeez. I Adore Me More, Color Me Bad.
Oh.
Love Will Never Do Without You, Janet Jackson.
Yeah.
And then to round out the top 20, Good Vibrations, Marky Mark, and the Funk Bunch. And please tell me that's not a cover of the Beach Boys song.
Nope, not even close, man. Not even close.
Good thing.
But, yeah, and credit to Marky Mark. He stopped being Marky Mark and then became a successful actor years on down the line, thank goodness. Because he earned more praise doing that than trying to be some white boy rapper showing his underoos to everybody when he got on stage.
And we continue the garbage. Justify My Love, Madonna.
Yeah.
Emotions, Mariah Carey.
Mm-hmm.
Joyride, Roxette.
Crap.
Romantic, Karen White. Hold You Tight, Tara Kemp. I Don't Want to Cry, Mariah Carey. You're in Love, Wilson Phillips. Every Heartbeat, Amy Grant. Sensitivity, Ralph Trevant.
Trezant from New Edition.
Touch Me All Night Long, Kathy Dennis. And that's the next 10.
Yeah.
Which shows you why I said the music of the 90s sucks. Now, there was good stuff in the 90s, but the masses wasn't getting into it.
No, it had to go underground.
I've been thinking about you, London Beat.
Yeah.
Do Anything, Natural Selection. Losing My Religion, REM.
Oh, gosh.
Coming Out of the Dark, Gloria Estefan. It Ain't Over Till It's Over, Lenny Kravitz. Okay, I like Lenny Kravitz.
Well, but going back to that Gloria Estefan song, that was her big hit after that bus wreck that she had, which her back almost got destroyed all the hell. She had to have surgery on her back around a year previously because apparently her tour bus got rammed bad, and I guess there was one little spot of her spine that was not damaged, and if that was the damage, she would have been wheelchair for life afterwards. So lucky for that, they were able to do surgery on her back so she'd be walking again, let alone performing.
Here we go, CNC Music Factory. Where does my heart? What? Where does my heart beat now? What? Celine Dion. Summertime, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Wind of Change, Scorpions.
Good song there about the being over in Russia when the wall came down.
Passion, which I think is spelled out, Rhythm Syndicate. The Promise of a New Day, Paula Abdul. I'm Your Baby Tonight, Whitney Houston.
Oh.
Love of a Lifetime, Firehouse. I'm in the 40s and still not seeing anything.
Well, the Firehouse song was kind of
Fading
good
like
anyway. Go ahead, Bear. My bad.
Fading Like a Flower, Roxette. This House, Tracy Spencer. Wholehearted, Extreme. Power of Love, Love Power, Luther Vandross.
Good song there from Luther.
Impulsive, Wilson Phillips. Love is a Wonderful Thing, Michael Bolton. Rhythm of My Heart, Rod Stewart. Things That Make You Go, CNC Music Factory. I Touch Myself, Divinals.
Yeah.
Actually, I kind of like that song, and I sure like the lead singer.
Yeah, rest in peace to her. She passed away a couple years back. And by the way, that song now is like a theme song for breast cancer, for the encouraging all women to touch their boobs there to make sure any lumps, any there is noticeable. I remember the late Libby Newton-John did a little ad, encouraging the same thing, I guess she may have showed a little bit more than, from what I understand, I haven't seen the whole video, but this is what I heard, that basically it was like I showed her scars after her surgery that she had when she had her bout with breast cancer around that time there, that these songs were out.
Tom's Diner, DNA, featuring Suzanne Vega.
Yeah, that was actually Suzanne Vega's song. It has some DJ, some electronic group took a hold of it and made it a dance song.
Aisha, Another Bad Creation. Yeah, a song I've heard of. Something to Talk About, Bonnie Raitt.
Not too big
It's
on
actually
her.
a decent song.
Yeah.
After the Rain, Nelson.
Not too bad.
Play that funky music, Vanilla Ice, which I believe hoped wasn't a cover of the Bad Wild Cherry song, but I bet it is.
Well, actually, he sampled some of the main, some bits of that song to go along with his version there.
Temptation, Karina. Can't Stop This Thing Restarted, Bryan Adams.
No, not a bad song.
So he made the chart a couple of times.
Yeah, he did.
He made the chart a couple of times.
Yeah.
I Can't Wait Another Minute, High Five. 3 a.m. Eternal.
No, the time.
KLF.
Yeah, formerly known as the Time Lords. They had a couple years before, around 1990. They went under the name the Time Lords and they had this track called Doctoring the TARDIS. It featured samples of the Rock and Roll Part 2 from Gary Glitter, mixed in with the theme song from Doctor Who. It was kind of like a tribute to Doctor Who when you think about it. Instead of rock and roll, but it was Doctor Who, hey, something like that.
Time, Love, and Tenderness, Michael Bolton.
That's all I got to say.
Sadness, Enigma, Part 1.
Not a bad song
Around
there.
Around the Way Girl, LL Cool J. I'll Be There, The Escape Club.
Oh gosh, couldn't stand there. could stand that song.
Cream, Prince and the New Power Generation.
Well, Prince had a
Now
very
that-
good. Go ahead.
Now That We Found Love, Heavy D and the Boys.
Let me
Show
go back.
Me the Way, Styx.
Yeah, which is a pretty good song. Which, by the way, that song by Styx also became another theme song for the first Gulf War there, along with that other George Michael song, Pray for Time.
You were going back.
And I was going to go back. Yeah, I was going to talk. What was that the song you mentioned before? Because it just slipped my mind.
Cream, Prince and the New Power Generation.
Yeah, Prince had a very good year with that record, Diamonds and Pearls, that came out there. And that song, Get Off, the title cut, they were massively played on the radio there for sure.
Love Takes Time, Mariah Carey. Cry for Help, Rick Astley, which is kind of what I want to do. The Way You Do the Things You Do, UB40. Here I Am, Come and Take Me, UB40.
Yeah.
Tesla did a cover of the five-man electrical band song Signs,
Yeah, that was big.
which actually that's pretty good.
Yeah, I remember hearing that a lot of
Although I
times.
like the original better.
Well, they're both good either way, and the message of that song is definitely speaks volumes.
Too Many Walls, Kathy Dennis. Crazy, Seal.
Good song.
I'll give all my love to you. I'll give all my love to you, Keith Sweat. Does it look like I'm trying to hurry through this? I am.
Well, let me
Place
go.
in This World.
Well, let me go back to Seal because you got that song was good. Gotta give him credit because he did come up with some good songs there. And by the way, the producer of some of his tracks is a UK legend, Trevor Horn, who worked with Yes, the Buggles, producer Frankie Goes to Hollywood, and other acts over the UK there.
Place in the World, Michael W. Smith. Something to Believe in, Poison.
Great song
And
there.
Here's a song I kind of like, Wicked Game, Chris Isaac.
Oh gosh, that was big. Mass to be big. You remember the Chris Isaac show that used to be on Showtime Network?
I didn't ever see it, but I knew about it.
I only saw little snippets here and there of that show there, and one of the features was this blonde woman that's naked, that's lying on some sort of rotating bed or whatever it's called there. That's up from the 60s, and whenever Chris Isaac would go in there, she'd be on there. I guess no, it's some sort of a prophecy he needed to seek, but you got to find if it's on YouTube. Definitely got to check that out there.
Get Here, Oleta Adams. Round and Round, Devin Campbell. I haven't even heard of half these artists. Silent Lucidity, Queensryche.
Good song there from
I'm Not in Love. Go ahead.
Yeah, but it was a good song for Queens. Go ahead, my bad.
I'm Not in Love, Will to Power. Hope that's not a cover of the 10cc song.
Actually, it is. I remember hearing it a couple of times. Yep, I remember hearing it a couple of times when it was played on the radio briefly.
This one's bound to be a cover. Piece of My Heart, Tara Kemp.
Nope, different one.
Oh, I don't see how you could do a different one, but okay.
What the
Real?
heck? Go ahead.
I don't know. Real, Jesus Jones. Everybody Plays the Fool, Aaron Neville. That's an old song redone.
Yes.
And I'm sure Aaron Neville did it good. Just Another Dream, Kathy Dennis. Strike It Up, Black Box.
Feature Michael Wash.
Rico Suave, Gerardo.
Oh gosh, that dumb song. Oh man. And who's in the background?
Excuse me. Disappear in Excess, possibly one of the last songs they did
Yeah.
with Michael Hutchins. What are we doing here?
I don't
Groove
know.
is the heart, delight. All this time, Sting, the one and only
Throwing a couple,
Chesney Hawks.
throwing a couple there real quick. No, Ark, you want to move on, with the list and stuff, but real quick, some of my favorites. Because at that time, I was, let's just say mid-90s, right? It's the earliest I can remember being alive. Or remember anything, for that matter, right? Like about 5 years old, right? Hello, can you hear me, bro?
Loud and clear, dude. Yep.
Okay, so real quick, my music memories earliest was from car radios, being in the back seat on, listening to the radio in the car. And a lot that was being played at the time is what we call alternative stations. So we had a lot of, what I can remember, a lot of Red Hot Chili Peppers, a lot of Alanis Morissette, a lot of, they played Black Hole Sun a lot. I remember that song. That alternative rock, I guess you can say. They played all of the, I think maybe some Pearl Jam. I do remember them, but more like the Alanis Morissette. Yeah. I remember distinctly Lenny Kravitz, I Will Go My Way, that song.
Yep.
What year did that come out?
93, I remember.
So, yeah. But a lot of these songs they still play, like on, you know what I'm saying? Because they're huge hits. Go ahead, Ark. I'll think of a couple. But that's what I'm, Brown, what is your earliest memory?
Well, the earliest memory I remember was of course, the More Than Words song, from Extreme. Like I said, which was about a woman's point of view. When she hears the words "I love you," she needs to feel it, see it, not just hear it. I remember that Gary Sharon did an interview about that song. Of course, Van Halen had a big year with that for Unlawful Carnal Knowledge album there, with Right Now, Pound Cake, and a couple other songs there. That record was massively huge, And of course, there were other, but it was towards later on. When I was going to Leland City Club at that time, they were playing a lot of. Well, basically, my memories around that period was, I was still into bands like Chris and Cozy, which are former members of Throbbing Gristle, one of the pre-industrial bands out there. I was into seeing groups like Pigface, which is an all-star lineup from various industrial bands like KMFDM and Killing Joke. I was seeing shows I remember seeing the Revolting Cocks, which featured members of Ministry in 1990 when they played St. Andrews. I remember seeing, I was into the really underground stuff there, the underground bands. But one of the main things that was out there around that period was, of course, the New Jack Swing period with Belle Biv DeVoe, Keith Sweat, and all these other urban acts like Mary J. Blige, ABC, Boys to Men. That was the thing back then. Bobby Brown included. Remember the Gumby haircut that he had sporting around that period there?
Well, I'll give you my first impressions here in a minute, but let me finish the list.
Okay.
The one and only Chesney Hawks, OPP, Naughty by Nature, Freedom 90, George Michael. I saw Red, Warrant.
Good song.
Miles Away, Winger.
Good song
Do
there.
You Want Me, Salt and Pepper. The Motown song, Rod Stewart. And number 100 that year was Shiny Happy People, REM.
Oh,
Didn't that have the Bengals girl in that one?
I think it had one of the B-52s, if I remember.
Oh, I thought it had the Bengals girl.
Well, no.
I forget her name.
Yeah,
Oh no, she did a song with the guy from Sparks,
No, that was the Go-Go's.
I think.
Jane Whelan.
Well, I know she was in the. Oh yeah. Go-Go's, that's it.
Yeah, I don't think
I can't think of the girl's name, but
Jane Whelan from the Go-Go's.
yeah. Well, I get those girls mixed up. I shouldn't, but I do. Anyway,
And
the first
Chef
stuff
said,
I remember.
Yep. Oh, before I say this,
Go ahead.
Extreme Chef did correct me. Johnny Gill was also in the was a big hit around that time as well.
Yeah, this is going to throw you for a loop because you probably never heard of the song or the group.
Mm-hmm.
But one of my earliest memories is a song called Sugar Shack by Jimmy Gilmer and the Fireballs. It came out in 60-something. I don't recall what.
Oh, wow.
And then, of course, I was hearing Elvis, Love Me Tender, Hound Dog, all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was hearing the Four Seasons were just starting out, so I was hearing Sherry and all that. Because the Beatles didn't come out to 63, 64.
Yep.
And when they came out, it was like, wow, this is good.
Yeah, and we needed it.
Oh, yeah.
Because rock and roll was then in a downslope at that period of time, and plus we needed some relief from what happened to JFK the year earlier. A lot of people are still mourning over that incident there. And so basically, the Beatles came along and saved everyone's soul.
Yep. But that's kind of my early memories.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you want to hear kind of an interesting song, you ought to look for that Sugar Shack by Jimmy Gilmer, because it was, I think, #1 that year, or it was in the top. And of course, I was hearing the tail end of Buddy Holly.
Yeah. I think about, let me go back to the 90s.
I specifically remember Raining in My Heart. You're going back to the 90s.
Yeah, maybe go back to the 90s. You'll mention something there that a legend decided to start touring again, being, of course, Paul McCartney. He released a record called Flowers in the Dirt in 1990, and he was going to go on tour. And from what I understand, he played the Palace in Auburn Hills in the southeast Michigan. And from what I heard from many people who have went there, that joint was packed to the full gills. To see,
well, he still packs places. I've seen him twice, and the places were crowded both times.
Yeah, absolutely. Because why not? This is one of the Fab Four.
I saw him.
Go ahead.
I saw him in San Antonio at that. I think it's closed now. That dome that looked like a dead bug, where it had the little girders. I don't remember the name of it. And then I saw him in Texas Stadium here in this area, where the Cowboys playing in Arlington, actually. And the showstopper song for me in both concerts was when he did "Live and Let Die."
Oh yeah,
because the pyrotechnics in that song are incredible.
Yep.
Look it up on YouTube, any live version.
Yep.
And they do a lot of pyrotechnics with that song.
Did you ever get a chance to check out Guns N' Roses' version of "Live and Let Die"? Because that was played on the radio around '91. Axl Rose himself, in that video, he's a pyrotech himself there. Damn, he's going over the joint.
Well, yeah, I've heard it, but I'd still prefer McCartney's version. I mean, it's not bad, but it's, I don't know. His voice kind of creeps me. I'm not wild about it.
Wow, I see there. Well, for me, both versions are pretty good there, and like I said, if you ever saw the video version collage of Guns N' Roses, oh yeah, we got to mention Guns N' Roses. Did release the big thing that year was releasing 2 albums at the same time. Springsteen did it in '92. Guns N' Roses did it in the year before with Use Your Illusion #1 and 2 there. Now people say, well, why couldn't you just release a double album? Well, the problem is, both those albums had enough songs to make up double albums on the vinyl version. So if they were to collage it all together, it would have been a 4-record set.
Yeah, and it's amazing that they released 2 albums in 1 year, because Boston waits about every 5 years or so. Or something
8
like
years.
that anyway.
8 years.
But in the 60s, there were groups that would release 4 and 5 albums in the same year.
Wow. Yeah, it's true there. That's true. Very true there. I mean,
I heard a story about some group, I can't remember who it was, that released 6 albums in a year.
Wow.
6.
Damn. Makes you wonder this band, when the band lived in the studio. So basically there. But that's
and back in the 60s, record companies would release albums that had 4 or 5 of the group's hits and filler.
Yeah, it's true.
It wasn't always good songs. Sometimes they were, but a lot of times they weren't. They were kind of like, hey, let's just do this.
Yeah.
And they'd throw something together.
I know, though, one of the things that Capitol Records here in the States did with the Beatles, that they would take they would release a lot of stuff here, Beatles stuff here on various albums, like Beatles 5, Beatles, they released a lot of other Beatles records. People only know the UK releases that came out here in the States back in 87 on CD, but they need to look out for the U.S. releases, including the Help soundtrack, with Meet the Beatles' second album. A lot more different than what the UK versions were there, to be exact.
Yeah.
And a lot of those.
And a lot of times there were a lot of times that the singles didn't make the albums, and they had to release them
separately,
differently.
Yeah.
I Feel Fine, Rain. Hey Jude.
Yeah. And by the way, here's something else. There was a Beatles album came out called Something New, which side 1 was all new material, and side 2 was songs from the Hard Day's Night movie. Now, and some people consider that half ripoff.
Yeah, because the Hard Day's Night had the songs, the soundtrack,
but it was
also had filler from the movie.
Yeah, instrumental scores just as well there, and also keep in mind that the original soundtrack feature was on a different record label, United Artists Records.
Right.
Yeah, here in the States. I guess Capitol Records finally got a hold of the rights of that album and decided to release it on its own. And I think maybe sometime the boys at Capitol should probably release those U.S. release on vinyl and show the public how the Beatles releases here in the States were like,
Yeah, even do the Butcher cover.
Exactly. Oh, definitely for sure about that. Absolutely. Especially for Yesterday and Today. That album with the featured album cover. I think that was released in.
You ever seen that, YR?
Yes, YR. The Butcher, Baby Butcher album cover for the Beatles, Yesterday and Today. YR.
The Dolls.
The what?
What's the Dolls?
Yes, the
doll. It made it on CD.
Yes. It was also released in the gatefold their album Rarities, which is a compilation.
Yeah.
Chunks of Meat, Butcher Outfits, raw blood meat, meat blood, name it. I guess a lot of people were
considering some of today's albums. That was nothing.
Exactly. Yeah. Let's not forget the heavy metal scene kind of got more grittier as well, thanks to Pantera, Rob Halford's Fight. Bands like Fear Factory emerging just as well.
You had Uriah Heep. What was it? What was the name of that album?
There was a
cover will scare the heck out of you.
A Balamog came out in '82, man. Well, Yep, that was a creepy ass album cover. I remember mentioning that story that I told with my mom at the Kmart. I wanted her to get me the I was going to buy the Mob Rules album from Black Sabbath. They said, that's a creepy looking album cover. Well, what about that one? I pointed to a bottom. She was like, oh, dude. Oh. She had to take 20 steps back with her hair out to everywhere there. Scared as hell. Damn.
Yeah, someday we need to discuss album covers, especially Roger
Absolutely.
Dean.
I agree, man. We got to talk about that. I think me and YR touched that subject on Metal Maniacs, if you remember there, YR.
Yes.
Yeah, we definitely got to revisit that topic there. Probably after we're done with our 90s look there, before we go into the 2000s, we definitely got to touch that subject because a lot of memorable album covers throughout rock and roll. And we we have articles.
There were some of them that were so good I had the posters.
And they also made on T-shirts as well. Like a certain Pink Floyd album cover that still remains monumental.
Oh, the Prism, of course.
Not the one that came afterwards. Wish You Were Here. That's also monumental as well. Yeah,
the Prism one shows up on a lot of T-shirts.
That's true. There,
Animals.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. All right.
And Ummagumma's fun because it's got the thing with you look in the mirror and you see,
Yep, absolutely.
The eternal mirror thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Plus the GG soundtrack album cover that was featured on the original. They had to remove that obviously for copyright issues there, and I guess they left it blank until when they decided to reissue on CD.
That's a tease. That's a tease for the cover show.
Yeah, absolutely. So definitely got to do that.
We mean album covers, not song covers.
Mm-hmm, yep. So definitely got to do an episode on that. That's for sure there. Like I said, probably between the 90s and 2000s. Got to cover it.
And I haven't looked at the 2000s yet, but I have a feeling it's even worse than the 90s.
Well, 2000s, the rock and roll came back.
I'm sorry
to
you guys that grew up in the 90s, YR.
Yeah.
I don't mean to knock your stuff. I'm sorry. I really try not to, because there are some good songs in here, but it seems like the record buying public was into Madonna, Mariah Carey,
Michael Bolton,
on and on.
Michael Bolton. I'll tell you one thing that I couldn't grasp was that song by Chubba Wubba. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never going to keep me down. To the mainstream crowd, that song's about getting yourself back up after the defeat and stuff. I get knocked down, but I'll get back myself. About realizing that the whole members of that group are anarchists.
Yeah, it's amazing how many people hear lyrics and try to apply them to themselves, and they have nothing to do with that.
Exactly, yeah.
But hey, that's okay.
Yeah.
Are we getting close to being done?
I think we're so there. I know it's about after 8 p.m. here, Eastern time here. I know that for sure.
And tomorrow, I guess we're going to do Luchadors Wrestling?
Yes, we got to definitely do that for sure there. Definitely. And I want somebody to get a hold of a individual who calls himself Shane's Warped World Creations. I'm going to find out if he's on Skype because I did a video discussing this lawsuit against the WWE for referring to racist storyline pitches. And we got to definitely talk about that. And this individual definitely touched up a lot of things. I'm hoping to find this person on Skype and get him on the call tomorrow evening so we could talk about this. Because now, I understand, maybe definitely got to talk about this. Talk about that for sure at the beginning of that program there. Because there were a lot of racist accusations in the pro wrestling world there, believe it or not. I'm sure you can relate to that there.
Oh, I saw a lot of them. Always befuddled the heck out of me.
Yep.
Because I never understood why, you know, the black wrestlers, why they weren't, you know, some of them were great to watch.
They
I
were,
never
yeah.
understood why they weren't pushed like they should have been.
Yeah, definitely got to talk about that there for sure, man. Definitely for sure there. Okay, so I guess this concludes tonight's both drama show and music show there. I want to thank YR. I want to thank Jacob RP. I want to thank Joe Cronin for appearing on this channel for a long time. You know, it's been a while since he's been here. I also want to thank Bird. I want to thank Extreme Chef as well. Thank you to you, Arknoia. And we will see you guys tomorrow night for our wrestling show. It still remains untitled there.
Say thank you to YR.
And I think I did I? Yeah, I think it.
I didn't hear it, but you might have.
YR, yeah. Did I say thank you to YR?
Yeah, the wrestling show.
Yes, definitely. Well, yeah. So if I didn't say it, I'll definitely say it now. Thank you to YR as well there. And we'll see you guys at the same time tomorrow night.
Same bat channel.
Yep. What the heck? Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell, and also sign up for ARC's Patreon. Go to patreon.com/ArcNoia. Sign up for that. You know, you'll get lots of good-ass content from Mr. Arkman himself, covering everything from sports, wrestling, music, movies, TV, you name it. For sure, man. All right, there. And we'll see you guys tomorrow evening. All right?